is the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick, home to the highest tides in the world, and where the toughest beach battle on the planet is about to go down.
Time to rock.
Here we go!
10 world-class sand sculpting teams will dig, pound, carve, and sculpt to create extraordinary works of art entirely made from sand.
We're here to win.
These mind-blowing sculptures can take days to create, but here they have just 6 hours.
We got to get moving.
The tide is a force of nature.
We want to carve that thing as fast as we can. There's not enough time.
This unstoppable tide is their living, breathing stopwatch. Tide's in, time's up! And when it comes crashing in, it will rip everything back out to sea. 5-time world champion Karen Fraley.
Oh, she's our judge.
I know.
My gosh.
I look at everything Karen does.
And master sculptor Bruce Phillips will decide which teams live to carve another day. They'll battle each other.
We're here for the win.
It's a do it or don't.
Both that work.
And Mother Nature.
Oh my God.
The storm's coming in.
But in the end,
Somebody's sculpture just went down.
only one team will take home the grand prize of $10,000.
I want to win.
I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide.
I've been in every contest around the world carving sand. I study sand. I'm one with sand.
We met on the beach, we married on the beach, we carve on the beach.
We make a good team that way, and we're going to knock them dead while we're here.
I've been sand sculpting for about 29 years. I just love the feel of it, creating things.
It's a job. We live from it. I love it. We work internationally, and you have this passion of being on top.
I would like to think everybody's here to win, and if they're not, what are they doing here?
I'm first female professional sand artist from Japan.
We are very confident because we have a lot of experience and we have passion.
Sand sculpting is a very difficult occupation. It's rough, it's messy.
We have to push ourselves constantly. I'd like to show that I belong here with all these other incredible sculptors.
It's just amazing to walk out here and be surrounded by nature and beauty. I feel like this is my moment to prove what I've got. We're here to win.
Good morning, artists. How are we feeling? Welcome to the Cove in New River Beach. What do you think of the beautiful fog we had shipped in? Now, your incredible talent got you here. And for our first challenge, we're getting personal. You must create a sculpture that reveals who you are as a team. So dig deep, because at the end of this challenge, one team will be leaving the beach. Tide's on the way out, but this is the Bay of Fundy, so you know it will be back with a vengeance. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Oh, yeah.
Let the race begin!
Let's do it.
These massive wooden forms allow the teams to build up and compact the sand before they carve.
Start shoveling.
Push the sand on me. The only place you cannot is in my face.
And the sand crew are here to lend a hand.
We're looking around, and all the other teams are really skilled artists.
I am very intimidated, but yeah, I'm intimidated. The challenge we got today is it's all about who we are.
We just want something powerful, something that had life and motion, and had some textures, and we thought it would be fun to make snake. We're guys. We weren't going to carve something cool, you know?
Something powerful.
Yeah.
Water, water, water. Go ahead, water.
This is the most important process that allows us to go up high.
The harder you hit it, the better to pack, the more crisper the line you can carve. This challenge was a no-brainer. It's my wife and I entwined. We are best friends. We've gone through a lot of experience in life together. We got history.
What are we gonna sculpt? So,
Our team is going to bring a lot of confusion. We're going to keep people guessing, ourselves included. We're representing our team here. We basically have 2 half puzzles and mash those puzzle pieces together, forming a unity from these 2 broken backgrounds.
Oh, it's really cold.
Karen and Bruce, this is a big deal, sand sculpting around the world.
You have the best of the best here. They're crazy amazing. Stuff that they can do, it just looks real.
You guys aren't only judges, you've competed before, right?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes. I decided to make sand sculpting my professional career because I loved being creative. I love getting dirty. It's a lot harder than it looks.
You're a 5-time world champion.
Yes, I am. I'm very
Bruce,
proud.
are you a 5-time world champion?
Not a 5-time. We're master level sculptors.
I always wanted to travel, and sand sculpture has taken me literally around the world. I get to create something every day, and it's really enriched my life.
What is a pound up? It has a very different meaning where I come from in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before they can start carving, they have to compact the sand into a brick.
You have to know how to make it stand and stay there, and then take away what doesn't deserve to be there to create your sculpture.
Each one of these pound-ups is approximately 10 tons of sand.
10 tons of sand.
10 tons.
These huge sculptures must also meet today's judging criteria: technical ability, clarity of concept, and wow factor.
This sound is good sound.
We are both Japanese background. We're gonna build a hand holding a piece of traditional cloth representing Japanese culture.
Okay, time for water.
This gives us the perfect angle for shaping the book that we're going to be sculpting.
We're going to be having rockets and fireworks. The trees and the roots are going to represent the root of our friendship.
We're BFFs. It was instant, within 2 minutes. I say 5 minutes, but she says 2.
More sand! More sand! Woo! Good one. We're Team Sand Grannies. So we're making a grandmother with her 5 grandchildren around. We're gonna call it Granny's Chair.
We've both been sculpting for 25 years, so it's like 50 years of experience right here. We know exactly what we're doing. We're number one.
Number 1.
How long does it usually take to do one of these sculptures?
You could spend a week building a sculpture. There is no other event like this on the planet. You're going against Mother Nature, the tide's coming in, there's no stopping it.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
Now we open the form. Yeah, that's good.
Feels beautiful.
Nice sand.
The sculptors are looking for sand that's hard, strong, and ready to carve.
I'm getting ready, like a surgeon.
We call this blocking out the sculpture. He's gonna get the basic shape. We feel like we're on the move. We have some children climbing to the top of some luggage, representing where we're going. The children representing who we are.
I just love doing this, that's all.
Hey, right here.
You want them slightly round?
You do however you want on your side. We're sculpting ourselves. We have different styles. We have different ideas.
We're making a father and son sculpture. There's gonna be a cloud on top. This is what I'm thinking, and that's what he's thinking. 2 completely different things.
You see?
My dad has a reputation. He has made his name in the sculptor's world. For me, he's like an idol. He showed me how to sculpt.
She learned very fast.
Guy and Seveline, how's it going?
Hey, very well, yes.
The theme is, how are you as a team? You guys know each other for a while.
Yeah, since she's small like this. She said, oh yeah, I want to fly in the sky. So I threw her to the air over the cloud.
Do you feel you have an advantage?
It was easy to find the team.
So is that about the angle?
The front of the nose, so will be the top of the head. For a sculpture is 2 heads, 1 eagle and 1 lion.
It's gonna say King of the Beach. King Eagle, King Lion, 2 kings here. What we need to do is figure out where the lion head goes.
No. It's a crack. It's a crack.
Uh-oh.
Right here. A crack is a sign of an oncoming fracture. Gordon, this is not good.
If that stress fracture happens to become a problem, the whole structure could come down.
2 hours into the competition, and the tide has already receded 60 meters.
Watching the tide for the first time to gauge how far it's going to go out and then how fast it's going to come back in.
We still have a lot of ground to cover. About a quarter way full.
The teams are flying. Every time I look over, I think, oh my God, they've got another form off. So it's a little bit stressful that we're so slow right now.
It's definitely a big learning experience.
We're here at New River Beach in New Brunswick, where 10 world-class sand sculpting teams are facing off in an epic competition.
Go, 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 carve, 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 carve.
Mother Nature's putting the pressure on.
If they can survive our 10-week beach battle, one team will walk away with $10,000.
It's a rocket. It'll look more like a rocket.
It will. I promise. I promise.
In this lightning-fast sand sculpting competition, the teams must rely on engineering instinct.
All that has to come off. Her shoulders are...
Now I make this hand and Finger?
Those things she's really good at. But the things getting more fragile.
What we'll do is put some cut-throughs into this, and we'll need to have this first bit super skinny because everything below it needs to support what's up top.
I'm starting to get into some of the detail on the top layer. The structure of our design is top-heavy.
If we were to cut anything deep, we could have a collapse today. But I love the sand right now. The sand is behaving very nice.
Senior, I see you have an interesting tool right here.
It's a horse comb.
It's a horse comb.
For shaping.
What do we got going on for our theme today?
Yeah, father and son piece about how we think differently and how we kind of carve differently.
We gelling?
We haven't competed with each other in 13 years.
Uh-oh.
So the usual father-son dynamics, what are you gonna fight about?
And what we gotta do is just bury our heads in the sand and keep it going.
Attention, sculptors! The tide is at its lowest point and is turning to come and get ya.
Tide's coming back! Ah!
This is the yellow flag warning. You have 3 hours left.
Put the fire under our butts.
Do we have a plan B?
Plan B is to run like hell.
I'm a huge fan of the Karate Kid, so I love this already. Cobra Kai, baby, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Do you feel you guys are the super cobra of this competition?
I don't want to say we will win, but we're both talented carvers, as many of us over here as well. So
You're so humble. You're so Canadian. I'm noticing how quick this tide's coming. Are you ahead of the game or behind the curve?
Both.
To bring these sand sculptures to life, the artists work to add depth and dimension.
I'm just using water and a cup to make a really cool texture. I call it my splashy technique.
Perfect, Joe.
It's fast and easy.
This is my favorite tool because you can kind of go into the corners and make it look like it's eyes.
The small details now need to work on the expression of the baby.
Emotion is sometimes a little thing, huh?
A lot of people just went with a really tall piece, so you guys have gone a little abstract.
This sand is drying out a lot faster. See? So what I'm essentially trying to do is saturate it and then kind of pack it down.
Oh yeah, and it seems to be working.
We're feeling a little bit stressed with time.
The unstoppable tide has already surged 60 meters toward shore. The artists are into their final hour of competition and now face the riskiest part of the process.
Oh my gosh, I am so anxious. I feel like my heart is in my toes. All this hard work that we've done, we take that bottom form off, and if it hasn't been properly packed, it might create a crack.
removing the last form is always the trickiest moment.
It's just a little stressful. Don't fight it, don't fight it. You moved and it scared me. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Oh my God. Woo! I can breathe. Woo!
Okay, so we just released most of the pressure. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's take it off.
That just happened.
Oh. This sculpture, it's gonna collapse any moment.
With under an hour left in the competition, one team has suffered a devastating collapse.
That just happened. Oh. We take off the bottom form, and the child they sculpted and spent a lot of time on just slides off. Now we have to figure out how we're gonna make this work.
You know what? Can we build this part right here? We cut it this way, see?
How important is it that the sculpture does the speaking?
If you walk up to it and you instantly understand their concept, then they've nailed it.
Who might be struggling?
Leonard and Mark, they just had a whole human figure fall off their sculpture.
How about Dottie and Tanya?
They want to do so many elements that I think they might be in trouble. Abe and Sue have a reputation for being able to seem like they're not going to finish, and all of a sudden it just happens.
The stress level's popping up because they can see that tide water coming up, and it's right there.
Attention, sculptors!
No!
This is your red flag warning! You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers!
No!
I am scrambling to get these puzzle pieces in.
Patient to deliver.
We're freaking out right now.
Don't take too much off. You know that whole thing could come down.
Look like they're stressed.
Yep, these guys got a little work back here.
You have to go.
Fast, 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 fast.
There it is! All right,
Going into elimination, definitely don't feel safe.
I'm just starting to learn what the sand can do. I don't want to leave.
There's a lot of unfinished pieces that didn't make it.
Did not have time for.
Good job. Good job.
I feel like we're going to go home.
It's now up to the judges to decide who nailed today's team challenge. The teams will be judged on technical ability, clarity of concept, and wow factor. So judges, Dan and Jovi, I think it's clear to say they've got the wow factor.
In spades.
That's nuclear wow.
The detail on this piece is insane. It's so crisp, it doesn't even look like sand.
You see the depth in the mouth and the head and the scales.
The two of them are upper echelon sculptors.
It's too bad how the scales at the end, they rushed a little too much and they all fell off.
They all fell off.
Ko and Yoshi.
Wow. It has a lot of movement. It's very dramatic with the hand, which is really good for the wow factor. It's definitely an abstract concept.
I like the proportion of the hand. It's not lost.
I would have liked to have seen a little more clarity of their symbolism, I think.
Maybe their detail work could have read better.
But otherwise, it's a really good piece.
Sand grannies, what do you think?
You got grandma sitting there holding grandkids.
You walk up, you know exactly what's going on. These are the sand grannies.
I want some tea and cookies.
Technically, it's medium. They have some nice elements in there. They're just not really dug in deep.
The lovebirds, John and Laura.
Probably not that hard for them to come up with a concept.
Right.
One other thing I really like about this piece is the use of water to make the texture for the hair. That's a very, very original, very clever idea.
I really like this. It's like a net here with the rope on the top that reads really well.
All right, guys, Albert Sr. and Albert Jr.
I'm seeing the stormy clouds and lightning bolts. I'm taking it like it's a tumultuous relationship.
I like the expression on the face. Kind of matches those storm clouds. It seems a little perturbed.
The cloud work was a bit repetitive.
It's very tall.
I'm 6 foot, so that's, you know.
I'm 6'4" when you add it all up.
Dreams are good.
Dottie and Tanya.
Instead of just making a big tall tower thing, they decided to kind of split it up and spread it out. I would have liked to see a little more technical challenges on this piece. Something a little more daring.
Great detail on all of the images that they have in here. I definitely get the sense that they were a little stressed.
Guy and Sevelin.
Delicate piece.
You see the gap through the arm? Now, we call that a cut through. The technical elements are very high on this one.
I really like how we pulled the arms out away from the wall. It's not just a one-dimensional piece.
Now, I can't tell if the baby's being thrown in the air or coming back out of orbit through the atmosphere.
It's a beautiful piece.
Gordon Majid, King of the Beach.
Cannot miss it. It's telling you right there.
Really consistent carving.
Definitely great face and the bird and the lion, but they carried the hair down from such a great height, it got a little bit bland, but reads very well.
One's a lion, one is a rooster. I'm kidding. Leonard and Mark.
There's so much going on. It grabs you, which is really, really cool.
They had a collapse, so that's amazing that they were able to come back and pop in yet another figure. I'm not sure how the young person here correlates with the luggage, but it's standing there, and that top piece is 120 pounds, just sitting there.
And this poor kid is holding it up.
He's holding it up.
And finally, Sue and Abe.
Wow.
Wow was right. They didn't look like they were getting very far, and then all of a sudden, these two are putting the puzzle pieces together.
The wonderful cut-throughs. I mean, that's hard to do. They have these puzzle pieces, and they've sunk in three-dimensionally and then scribed in this texture, so they're tricking your eye to see actually more that's
right.
going on than it really is.
And the water's about to swallow it up. What a shame.
Here comes the tide.
I just want to cry.
They're going back to nature now.
That's what sand sculpting is. Wow, guys, congratulations. First day. Your challenge was to show us who you are as a team. You all did such an amazing job today, but one of your sculptures was truly revealing. Today's sand champs are Dan and Joby.
Congratulations. Dan and Joby's sculpture today, just crisp, clean. The detail work was just popping and out of control. They definitely killed it.
The intertwining of the two alpha sculptors, and then the front is the big cobra with all the energy that these two have.
It's just nice to know that the judges liked what we do. I'm really ready for the next challenge. Bring it.
Congratulations, you're one step closer to the final. But for one of you, the tide has turned. Dottie and Tanya, I'm sorry. Pack your tools and leave the beach.
Good luck, guys.
I can't say I'm super surprised, but I was really hoping.
I wish I would have pushed myself a little harder, but, you know, yeah.
Well, guys, congratulations. You've lived another day to race against the tide. Next time, for your challenge, you must bring to life what lurks below.
We're coming for you.
We're right here.
Dan and Joby.
They're out front. They're the ones to follow.
Winning is good.
Whoa, black sand.
Wherever you go, you never know what you're gonna get.
Voila.
Oh, no.
10 world-class sand sculpting teams have made their way to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick to compete in the ultimate beach face-off.
There is no other sculpture event like this on the planet. The tide's coming in. There's no stopping it.
Last time, the teams had to get personal.
Well, guys, we want to carve something cool.
Yeah.
Some bared it all.
This challenge was a no-brainer. It's my wife and I entwined.
Others cracked under the pressure.
That just happened.
Dan and Joby's Super Cobra took first place.
I'm really ready for the next challenge. Bring it.
Now, 9 teams remain.
Whoa, black sand.
I should have known better.
They'll have just 6 hours to create epic works of art.
No, there's not enough time.
Oh, but only one will take home the grand prize of $10,000 and the glory of winning the toughest sand sculpting competition on the planet.
Winning is good.
I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Good morning, artists. That is the Atlantic Ocean, and it's huge. It covers 1/5 of the Earth's surface. But what lurks below? To this day, most of that ocean has yet to be fully explored. So, for your challenge this week, you must bring to life what dwells in the mysterious, deep, dark waters. The tide is on the way out, but when it comes roaring back in, your carving time is finished. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Yeah.
Let the race begin!
I love that splash.
Oh, the challenge today is to make something that you might find in the deepest, darkest parts of the Bay of Fundy. So in my life, I've probably carved over 100 sea creatures.
The plan is to make a sea monster that is living in the deep. It couldn't find anything to eat at the bottom and came to the surface.
You betcha we're competitive. We might seem like the nice prairie guys, but we're gonna make it happen.
We have made our design today to be tide friendly. No matter what happens, we're gonna be done.
The sand grannies are coming home with a win today.
I think this challenge is made for us. I love making mermaids, so we're gonna make a mermaid marketplace. It's gonna be called Pearl Market.
We love winning first prize. We put in our time, 25 years each.
Those are the guys to beat today. They won the last competition. We're coming for ya.
We're right here. We're making 2 firms against each other. We want to make a big creature.
Some deep-sea crazy fantastical beast. We're just gonna go with our imagination.
Using a lot of different elements that look interesting to us. The game plan is to win every challenge.
Winning is good.
Judges, here we are. Week 2. Dan and Joby clearly have the pole position right now.
Yes, they're out front. They're the
Right?
ones to follow.
It lights a fire under everybody's butt, and them as well, because now the pressure's on. You know, they got to keep it up.
Dan and Joby, they're going to be tough to beat. But We've been doing this for over 30 years. It's important for us to incorporate our own style. We wanted a little bit more artistic, more sculptural, so we're making a monster shrimp that is amongst seaweed, but the whole thing is meant to look like modern art. Okay, sand it.
We learned some good lessons last time. I think we're a little bit too laid back. Abe and I have great concepts and great ideas, but we have to move faster. The name of our sculpture is Margot. Margot is a gardener who happens to live under the sea and also happens to have 8 legs. Is it obvious that we're slow and only have one form up?
For today's underwater challenge, artists must also meet the judging criteria: imagination, originality, and technical ability. What can we expect from our artists today?
You're going to see people that are going to step outside the box.
I want to see them push the limits of their imagination. Last week was the first time they've ever touched the sand. Everyone is going to up their game now.
Seems like everyone wants to go high. So just to be different and stand out from the field, my wife and I, we're doing a soft pack. A soft pack, you just kind of fluff up the pile so we don't waste time shoveling, and we got more time to finish the plot. And this is what most people do on the beach as a family. We're making an animal that was on the earth 450 million years ago. We are doing the horseshoe crab. We are taking a risk with the design, but we know each other's strengths.
Where's the top of the head?
Right over here, in this corner.
The very top.
About halfway, then the neck starts from here.
This is the first time in 13 years my father and I have worked together. We have very different styles. Today is Senior's Day, so he's the one who gets to come up with a design. All right, that's all you.
My choice? My choice?
Yep.
It's called Serpent of the Deep Sea. Something that just lures. And I'm calling the shots.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
Sand artists, usually they've got somebody telling them the time, but this is the time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They need to adjust a little, because so does the ocean. Here in the Bay of Fundy, the tides are constantly shifting. So we started further down the beach. What kind of challenges does that bring today?
Perhaps different sand than they're used to working with.
Whoa, black sand. Holy smokes. This plot on the beach is definitely giving us a curveball today. It's stinky.
I can smell it from over here. Ugh.
Must have a lot of organics in it.
I like this darker sand that we're finding. Mother Nature has given us a bit of a palette of color today.
But I don't know about the strength of it.
I'm hoping it helps us with our sculpture. We're thinking that it's going to give us some tiger stripes.
This black sand is unknown to us. The risk is scary.
I have never worked with sand like this before, but actually we're excited about it. To me, it's like being in the bottom of the ocean. It's like really dark and eerie. I'm utilizing that black sand to give it some definition and detail.
Voila. Looks beautiful.
And I'm gonna make this as my treasure chest.
As the forms start to fly off,
Beautiful!
the teams get ready to block out their deep sea designs.
Gonna start with the top of the creature. We try to imagine it now.
I've been to the ocean, deep, very deep. I saw this creature, and she come to me.
We're gonna add some texture and a lot of movement, a lot of details on the skin. Imagine whatever we want with those creatures. Ah, I'm in love with the sand.
Me too.
Oh, Cole, I need a corner.
Too late. She just yelled at me, don't cut the corner.
So I
And,
need a corner, but Keith, it's my idea.
We are making imaginary monster living at the bottom of the ocean. One is a tentacle with an octopus leg.
Ko and Yoshi, what do you think of the sand here?
Oh, so beautiful and good.
And it's your lead today, right? This is your design.
I'm surfer. So I try surfing,
Yeah.
but I cannot dive under the sea. So scary. Oh, scary monster.
So this may be some of your fear in your mind coming to life?
Yes.
2 hours into the competition, and the tide is still on its way out. But the pressure on the beach is on its way up.
Where's your neckline? Where's it coming back? It's dropping this way? That's where you said you were going to finish, so I had all this mound pounded up here so that I can work with it. One of the issues when you're carving as a team is that you have to figure out how to both sculpt at the same time. That's why you told me it was going to stop right there.
Yeah.
Don't cut underneath it. Don't cut it back. Definitely don't keep undercutting that. Being father and son, we can just kind of bark at each other. But, you know, we're in a competition. What do you want me to do with the other side?
Whatever you want to do.
What do you mean, whatever I want to do?
Improvise. Make it work.
Here at the Cove, 9 world-class sand sculpting teams have 4 hours left to bring to life what lurks under the sea.
I want a little more bulk on the body of the octopus.
So far, it's looking like a creature.
But some teams are having second thoughts about using the mysterious black sand.
I'll be honest, I don't love the feel.
I mean, it's very, very heavy. Getting a little anxious about it. So we're taking off that bottom form. Always the bottom form is my scariest form.
It's got to come off at some point, so we're going to go ahead and take that off.
I'm really nervous.
Oh, no.
I should have known better. I should have tested it first before I took the risk.
I wasn't expecting to see such a clean deposit of black sand here compared to our beige material. Usually it's kind of rippled together.
I've sculpted all over the world, and I know that wherever you go, the sand is always completely different, and you never know what you're going to get. They didn't realize that the black sand is actually heavier than the other sand.
We always go to plan B. Plan B would be build it back up.
Sandy and Sharon have a collapse, and it looked like it was due to the black sand. We've got a lot of black sand in our sculpture, too. If everything crumbles, we're starting over. We're praying to the sand gods. Oh, my God.
I've got a job.
Good job, guys. I think we're safe.
Hi, John. Hi, Laura. So this is a big soft pack pile, which is something that you would see not so much in a professional contest, but it is done.
We love horseshoe crab. They are the closest creatures to prehistorical age. We're gonna add a little baby just born on top of there to give a message of life. Our life, human life, is just a concept compared to millions of years.
We came later. They'll probably be around much longer than we are.
Respect.
I'd like to say one more thing. I'm very happy that I'm not competing against you.
Attention, sculptors! The tide is officially on the way back.
Wow, no way.
This is the halfway point. You have 3 hours left.
Uh-oh.
This is your yellow flag warning.
The pressure's on. When it's a time crunch, you just have to go with your gut.
Dan and Joby, you guys are the guys to beat at this moment in time. What's the strategy today?
We're just lucky that we're still here, and everything else was a plus last time, so we just keep doing what we do.
I can see you're sweating. I can see you're sweating. I like to see when the champs are getting a little bit nervous.
That's because he works hard. That's why he's sweating.
You guys are so supportive. I just love it.
Joby and Dan won the last competition, so.
We thought we were going to do a lot better today, time management-wise.
But here we are rushing because we're
slow.
Really slow.
As the tide continues to rush the shore, the artists get down to the details.
This is a part of the arms and legs of the monster, which looks like a tentacle.
I'm working on my mermaid's face. I don't want it too pretty because then it doesn't have enough personality.
You have to have an idea what the shape is. The rest of it is just being patient and being focused.
Tell me what's going on here. What are you guys doing?
Picture a creature that lives in the bottom of the ocean and came to surface and had that
Had a dolphin for lunch.
And these are the sensors that it smells and doesn't have any eyes.
Well, you've got an elaborate, story behind your sculpture.
We are doing a good job on being original.
Okay. I see a chain. Am I seeing tires? What am I seeing?
Wow, if it looks like tires, that's not good.
Are you going to have enough time to finish with all the detail work it sounds like you need to put in still?
As the tide surges towards the shore, the artists are into their final hour of carving, and the cracks are beginning to show.
Oh, I do too hard, and the sand is a little cracked.
If it looks like tires, If Bruce is thinking that, let's face it, it needs something. Crank up the pressure.
This piece was started moving.
It's pride. Don't broke. Don't broke.
Abe and Sue, how you guys feeling?
We're a little stressed.
So wait, is it Abe and Sue or Sue and Abe?
We're not a couple.
No, but as a team, team?
As a team. I prefer Sue and Abe.
Sue and Abe it is. Do you think you guys have what it takes to win?
I would really like to win. Abe's kind of indifferent because he'll just say it's all about making art and having fun.
It's a good balance.
Yep.
It's yin and yang.
Like positive, negative.
Positive, negative.
As the tide's coming in, I'm really trying to focus on what can be done in a short amount of time. We got about probably another 30, 40 minutes, Father.
I gotta start cleaning it up.
I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm not fully satisfied when I leave something completely undone. If you're following your lines,
yeah,
it needs to disappear over here. Or shave it off. Use the blades, otherwise you create a powdery mess.
I thought I was calling the shots.
We are down to the wire. Who do you think is most likely to crack under pressure?
The sand grannies.
They had a setback earlier in the day.
They had a very significant collapse, but they simplified what they're doing.
They're reaching into their bag of tricks.
Yes. Gordon Majid.
I saw tires when I walked up.
Okay, deck of tires.
Yeah, there's some mysteries there.
I think they're having trouble kind of finishing it and bringing it together at this point. The Alberts.
I felt a little tension today.
Between them two?
Yeah, they were kind of all over the place as really what direction they're going to go.
I have no idea how you guys are going to make your decision. Attention, sculptors! This is your red flag warning! 10 minutes until the tide is in!
10 minutes, Majid.
No, there's not enough time.
Grab a rake, start raking around.
I'm gonna throw some dolphins together in just a last-ditch effort to save this thing. That's it, do or die.
Going over there. In a blink of an eye, the tide is right at your heels.
Tide's in! Time's up!
That's it. So tired.
We worked our butts off. You can't be a sand artist and not like the pressure.
I hope we're not on the chopping block. Nobody wants to be on the chopping block.
It was a very hard day, and I am feeling a little nervous about the result.
Based on originality and imagination, I think we might have squeaked this one through.
Judging's always scary. You never know who is going to go. It's always a dice shoot.
The judges must now decide whose deep-sea creations best display imagination, originality, and technical ability. This is outrageous. I love this piece. Guy and Sevelin?
What I really love is it looks like it's weightless, which is really hard to do in sand. They've really made it look like it's an undersea creation. The cut-throughs and the cutaways that they've done are actually quite difficult to do. It really takes time.
That and the overhangs you see down towards the bottom. You've got a lot of weight hanging out in midair, and you have chunks that are 100 pounds, 50 pounds, and it's just sand and water.
Mark and Leonard.
This is very interpretive, and what I really like about this piece is how they use the dark sand in there in layers. And I think that really added some depth. That was very smart.
The movement is what I like about it. You see this sea bug crawling through that abstract seaweed. The imagination with this piece is wonderful, really.
Well, the sand grannies and this mermaid.
Originality-wise, great job. I like the contrast of the black sand.
But they didn't realize that the black sand is actually heavier. A little collapse earlier, now they know. A little bit rough on the finish, maybe some higher details on the mermaid. You can tell it was extremely rushed.
Sue and Abe.
This piece is super awesome because they took something so simple, it's an octopus, and they turned it into a badass sculpture.
And the movement that we have where you see the shovel scraping, you know, as you come upon it and look at it, you know he's alive.
She's one of the best gardeners on the bottom of the ocean.
Technically, they're pushed up in the air.
I mean, really original piece.
John and Laura, the lovebirds.
They've gone big with the soft pack.
It's a massive horseshoe crab, and then they've put this tiny newborn baby on there. It doesn't look technically difficult, but it actually is. To get that symmetry in something that big, that's hard to do. I really would have liked to have seen another element.
I agree. It's too much of a focal point all right there.
Dan and Joby. Wow, that is one angry Nemo.
It's a beautiful piece.
And if you look at the texturing on the top of the creature, from the spiky fins down to all these wart-like lesions and things, I mean, originality. I've never seen anything like that. I've never even thought of anything like that, so it's just crazy.
High marks.
Gordon Majid.
I think they missed the mark a bit on it, because this is attempting to be some sort of deep sea creature, but I'm seeing more of a stack of tires.
Yeah, donuts, tires.
Yeah, but they have nice detail work in the chain and the anchor and the dolphin.
And height.
And height. Just the beast, I'm not seeing it.
Albert Jr. and Albert Sr. I'd be scared if I were swimming above it.
This might be what lurks beneath.
That dragon head weighs about 500 pounds. They definitely have some nice contrast between the smooth and the rough, but some more elements would have been nice.
Maybe the tail of the dragon coming up, just something else, just to tie it together a little better.
Ko and Yoshi. This is a product of Yoshi's mind.
It's very fantasy. That inner area there is just exquisite there.
And the cut through, oh my gosh. The textures they've got going on here. Just slapped on there and patted a little bit.
Very clever. We got our work cut out for us today.
This is gonna be a hard one.
Artists, your challenge today was to bring to life what lurks in the deep, dark waters of the Atlantic. And many of your sculptures took us on a fantasy trip below. But one team blew it out of the water. Today's sand champs are Abe and Sue.
What?
Congratulations. You are one step closer to the final.
Oh my God.
Abe and Sue's sculpture had everything we were looking for. It was really, really imaginative. It was whimsical. It was funny. It was beautiful.
They absolutely blew it out of the water. The originality of it, I loved how there was movement with the octopus digging a big trench and it was watering plants. I mean, it had this wonderful top hat. It was awesome.
I was just hoping that we'd stay one more day, but here we are, winning the second challenge. I'm very happy.
Unfortunately, for one of you, the tide has turned. Gordon Majid. Thank you, guys, but it's time to pack up your tools and leave the beach.
Thank you, guys. We couldn't make all the details that we were planning, and that created a lot of issues for us. I didn't expect this to happen so soon.
Been a blast. We didn't know what to expect coming into this, but we really gelled as a team. It was such a great experience that you just have to reflect on that.
Congratulations, you survived week 2, and you live once again to race against the tide. Next time, today, we're taking it up a notch.
Ko, you are a crazy man. You didn't know?
What is the biggest risk today?
A collapse.
Another one.
Somebody's sculpture just went down.
We might be going home.
Oh, shoot.
Welcome back to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick, home to the most epic beach battle of all time.
This is the toughest competition in my 30 years of carving.
Last time, the teams had to go sky high.
1, 2, 3, fourth level.
And most came crashing down.
Oh, gosh, another one.
We just lost our entire sculpture.
Dan and Joby's futuristic landmark stood tall and strong and snagged them their second win.
We won another one. Da-da-da.
Yep. Now, 7 teams remain, and the competition to win $10,000 is really heating up.
Welcome to Jobyland.
No, we don't like them today.
Dan and Joby, I would love to take them down.
They've been winning too much.
Here we go!
Yeah! Somebody's got to pull out the win today, other than them.
I'm Sean Majunger. Watch as we race against the tide. Good morning, artists. Welcome back to the Cove here in New River Beach, New Brunswick. Did you know that there are over 2 million grains of sand in just one cup? How can something so tiny have such a great impact, as we've seen with all of your incredible sculptures? So today, we pay tribute to the little guy. Your challenge is to take something small and make it huge. The tide is in retreat, but it won't be for long, and when it comes roaring back in and hits the markers, your time is up. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Yeah.
Time to go. It's time to rock.
Today we chose to do with only 2 forms, so not too high. The last challenge was pretty intense because we had a big collapse.
Oh, yeah!
We want to do a little bit different. Today we're making a big caterpillar that's gonna walk a little bit and eat some leaves.
We want to win this challenge, yes.
Today's a lot easier because we don't have to go as high.
We got to take down Dan and Joby and pull a win. On the last challenge, it was awesome that we didn't have a collapse. I'm going in confident. We're going to put a lot of detail, and we'd like to take this more conceptual. We're going to make a butterfly. The butterfly is going to be sitting on top of some chains that are going to connect to a lock. I think that's going to make a win for us.
To make it to the podium in today's microscopic challenge, the teams must meet the judging criteria: originality, proportion, and detail. Karen and Bruce, I am still recovering from the last challenge. Wow.
5 out of 8 collapse completely.
For the artists remaining in the competition, how does that affect them mentally going into this challenge?
It's a big reset. It's really tough to do that. We've both been there.
Absolutely. Now they've just got to take a breath, tunnel vision on what they have to do today.
Do you think any artists are going to play it safe?
They're calculating. They're figuring out what they can get by with.
If they take a risk, kudos to them.
We're not using any forms today. We're gonna do soft pack. That last challenge was a tough one. It's going. Back away. Oh! We thought we were gonna be eliminated. It was brutal. This whole area right here, big mound. We're doing a honeybee, gathering some pollen on a nice big daisy. We're not gonna do big high, we're gonna keep it down low. It might have a little bit to do with the last challenge.
Ready? There you go, that should be good.
Is it enough for you? Is it enough height?
I can make it work.
A win would be fantastic, but right now, I think we're going into this hoping to make up for our collapse in the last challenge.
Oh, shoot. That's it.
The idea that we have today, we're focusing more on just an interesting concept. And we're looking at making a small problem seem big. Gum on the bottom of a shoe, and it's kind of being stretched out. Whenever you step on a piece of gum, it just turns into this big issue. And so that's what we want to represent, is this small thing that just seems big.
The goal for today is to, first of all, not collapse like we did last time. The last challenge was really rough.
As soon as the collapse happened, it's like we might be going home.
But this challenge was built for me. I might be small, but I'm mighty.
We're going to be building a beautiful fairy sitting on a snail. The snail represents how slow we've been going, and the fairy represents the beautiful things we hope to accomplish.
I feel like some teams are afraid to go high, but we're going to make ours tall and show that we're meant to be here.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition. So let's talk about the theme. Take something small and make it huge.
Yes.
When you take something small and you blow it up, it's got some proportions there that will make or break that particular image. It's not something you can execute simply.
The idea is to draw you into their little world.
Got it? So who are we watching for?
I know that John and Laura are hungry for a win.
Yeah.
What about Guy and Sevelin?
When it comes to imagination, they're really on another level.
This is right up their alley.
Dan and Joby, second win, last challenge.
They show their technical ability. Definitely the clean lines.
And they're so focused. Might be the ones to beat on this one.
I like the challenge today.
We're changing our form design up a bit. We're going larger, longer, broader, and basically extend this pound up into more of a rectangle.
We're going to make a big scarab.
And then carving a young girl, embracing the scarab, just to show the scale of small to huge. Last challenge, we were fortunate enough to win, so we're gonna bring that confidence and hopefully come back for a win today.
We have royal neighbor, Mr. Dan and Mr. Joby.
The top dogs right now are Dan and Joby, and we would love to take them down. We're going to bring out our tricks and try to impress those judges. We're going on like a diagonal. It's a trick to make it look bigger, but also still be light.
Today we're gonna build a massive seahorse with some coral, and then his tail, maybe we're gonna dig down.
A win would be nice, yeah?
Yeah, we never know what it feels like.
Hey, boys. I'm seeing some buggish here.
It's the beginnings of a butterfly chained to a lock over on this side.
And that's what that box is for.
This is about the freedom that beauty and spirit can give you.
Well, I like
it's
that.
all conceptual. So no matter what kind of chains they put on you, if you're focused on the love and the beauty in your life, you're free.
Boom, mind blown. I'm just gonna flutter away. After 2 hours of competition, the tide has already receded 60 meters.
We're behind schedule already.
Still riding the struggle bus. But I feel like we have a slight advantage because look how tall we are. When I first started sand sculpting, I always wanted to build my forms as tall as all the other guys on the beach. There aren't that many girls in the sand sculpting world, so I just wanted to show if I worked hard, I could do something amazing.
Abe and Sue, as far as the collapse goes, did you bring any of that anxiety?
Just a little bit, but I feel like with every competition, our teamwork gets better.
Very deep. I like that. Any issues, though?
We have one big issue. Dan and Joby are the team to beat.
They've been winning too much.
The most important thing today, like every other challenge, is create something that the judges can appreciate, get it done in time.
Welcome to Jobyland.
No, we don't like them today.
I would love to beat Dan and Joby. I would love it.
We have maybe now a target on our back, but it doesn't put more pressure on us. Just makes us feel more confident. We could go for the hat trick, why not?
Three-peat. We don't mean to be the ones to beat them, but somebody's got to pull out the win today, other than them.
Seven world-class sand sculpting teams remain in our epic 10-week beach battle.
Oh, yes, it's coming now.
And today's challenge of making little things big
I'm just trying to get the wings of my beak as high as I can go.
has kicked the competition into overdrive.
The top dog right now is Dan and Joby. I would love to take them down.
With the powerful tide still in retreat, the teams amp up their detail work.
I'm working on the face of our caterpillar. Tiny mouth, tiny eye.
But the afternoon sun is giving them a beatdown.
It's about to get really hot.
We're not only going against time, but we're also going against the sun.
The sand is drying out.
It's drying really fast, and we have to spray it all the time. If they don't, it could collapse on us.
We're carving our seahorse. We're doing a lot of detail today. Detail in the sun is always a problem.
Hey, the heat.
John and Laura, can you tell me a bit about what you're doing right here?
I'm trying to prepare the upper part of the coral, try bending them a little bit. So it looks like they're moving with the water flow. And we add them, import them on the sculpture.
We're pushing ourselves. It's something difficult to carve, and we would like to beat Dan and Joby. It's like our time here, Karen. Come on.
In this competition, confidence is key.
There's a lot of insects.
But we got bubble gum.
Original. And working on the treads on the bottom of the shoe. We want to make sure that we get the right proportions on everything. I like to play with ideas more than the really obvious kind of sculptures. That would be probably our biggest risk. I'm a little nervous.
I just hope we came out with the right idea.
Attention, sculptors! The tide is low!
No, come on!
You have 3 hours left!
We have to go faster, Severin.
This is your yellow flag warning!
Yet again, yellow flag warning comes, and we're behind schedule.
We decided to go with something that involves a lot of detail when it comes to anatomy. So it's just a little bit difficult to carve fast and be super accurate. Legs up, perfect. Like, head tilted, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Abe, I think you have a future in modeling. This is beautiful.
Sandy, Sharon,
Hey, Bruce.
explain your piece to me.
It is Honey the bee, and she is a busy bee. Like Sharon and I, we're busy bee grannies. We're trying to put as much detail as we can in the piece.
So since we're a little bit closer to the ground on this one, are you planning some sort of elaborate finish off on the base area?
Working on some petals,
We're expecting a finish out and just great things.
We have to get the pedal to the metal and get these pedals done. We need the pedals to be on. We need them to look good. Just have to go. We have to get them done. Ay, 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 ay.
The powerful tide continues to rush the shore, leaving the artists under an hour to go.
You know, this chain thing, it is a pain. The chain is really difficult. It's like a puzzle. You have to start from one place and link them together to make it look like it's believable. It's been very difficult.
Time is always a factor in this competition. The lock that needs to go over to the butterfly still needs to be done.
There's no way we're going to be cutting that other one.
Well, it's the most important part of it. Do you want to start doing the lock now?
No, because we need this. There's no sense in doing a lock if you can't even finish the chain links.
As the tide rushes the shore, one team must decide if they have time to pull off a key element of their design.
The lock is critically important to our concept. You know, I want to be able to get those sculptural points.
The piece is really complicated, and we're running out of time. But I know that we have to do the lock. If it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, I can cut the lock up.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
We want to make sure that we carve that thing as fast as we can. Oh, gosh.
Look at that face. Did you guys carve this first and then you put the black sand inside of there?
Yeah, to make a nice contrast.
Really impressive.
I'm thinking about the time now, so we need to go fast to do the stripes on the rings there and spots.
Well, you guys are a team known for having incredible imagination.
This is the thing. We want to win this challenge.
Yeah!
We still have a lot to do. Time's getting close, but we're honed in and we're constantly checking that tide. Just carve confidently and keep going.
Do you see them? You got them all equal. Not good, not good.
We're nearing the end. What are you seeing?
The sculptures may not be the tallest, but they're incredibly detailed.
They're down there kneeling. They got the sun on their necks. They're working hard for the money.
Who might be struggling a little.
The sand grannies have completely switched gears and they've gone to soft pack. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
It's all about details in this point. Mark and Leonard just started sculpting something there.
Might be in trouble. John and Laura are hungry for a win.
We're trying to finish this piece here. We want to get the bottom of this big guy, you know, to get the bottom, he looks much bigger.
Attention, sculptors!
No, no, no. No, no, no.
This is your red flag warning!
It's coming in.
We gotta go fast, really fast.
You are down to the wire! Wrap it up!
Go, 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 go. I know you're a snail, but you gotta go faster.
We're just about out of time.
You guys are getting ready to call it, Mark.
Oh, my.
Really nervous.
Tide's in, so time's up!
I'd say the biggest risk we took was the decision to do a soft pack today.
I hope that the judges see that it has so much detail. That's what we're counting on.
High five. I'm always hypercritical. I wish we could have had a little more of a finishing touch to it.
The sharpness wasn't quite there. We had an extra hour.
We had an extra hour, yeah.
Going into judging, there's a coin flip of whether or not I'm going home today.
I need a sauna, massage, therapist.
Yeah, I think we have a good chance of winning.
I agree.
It's now up to the judges to decide which teeny tiny idea came up big in originality, proportion, and detail. Wow, Abe and Sue, this is pretty beautiful.
This is gorgeous.
Well, the snail, just very light texturing on the shell. It just sets it apart from the rest of the piece.
One of the many things that Sue and Abe do very, very well is they're incredible carvers, but then they know just the right amount of detail to really make it pop even more.
Originality on this one is a 10.
Proportionally, it's perfect too. But I do have one issue. It's a very one-sided sculpture.
We got Albert and Albert.
The gum stuck to the bottom of the shoe. I mean, what an irritant, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's had that problem. Lots of detail on this one as well. I like the texture and the sole of the shoe up. The laces, excellent job there.
high points for originality. But I really would have liked to have seen some site finish, like the shoe is sitting on a tile floor or a wood floor. That really would have set the whole piece off.
I agree.
The Sand Grannies, Sandy and Sharon. If I were the queen bee, I'd be a little ticked at this worker bee. He looks like he's sleeping on the job.
I'm liking the texture that they got going on in there with that little spherical round shape.
Originality, not quite such high marks.
For me, that's a gamble with a soft pack. It's obvious what they're making, but they got to make it pop.
Mark and Leonard.
Detail work on the chain is literally off the chain. They're not just horizontal or vertical. It's literally like a pile of links that are all connected. Well done.
You've got this lock and all these heavy, heavy chains, but no matter what you're facing, there's always hope. There's a butterfly on top of it all.
They busted out two separate sculptures that are blended to one.
Without it, the piece wouldn't read.
Wow, Dan and Joe B, that is a huge beetle.
I love this piece. It is powerful, it's punchy, tons of detail all the way around. It's well finished.
All the joints where the legs are, I mean, they're just perfectly done. The expression on the girl's face, she's like totally peaceful, like this is her friend. Originality is just absolutely mind-blowing.
Guy and Sevelin?
Stunning.
Yeah.
If you stand and look at that face, it's mind-boggling. It's so soft and it's so peaceful. Lots of symmetry and detail going on.
Definitely liking how they imported in the black sand into the head area. Lots of motion there. It's climbing up on the leaf, which it's already starting to munch on.
There's a lot of separation from the piece and the ground. This one looks like it's really, really up there and just gonna walk away.
John and Laura.
Seahorses are only this big, so you feel like you're tiny too and you're floating in the water with them.
I'm looking at all these coral tops. That's all done off to the side. The imports are actually quite difficult to do. As you bring them over repeatedly and not have any fall, that's talent. The thing that's not working for me is the fact that it looks like they raked their base up their sculpture, which tells me they didn't finish in time.
Artists, your challenge today was to take something itty-bitty and give it a massive makeover. And many of you really took us under the microscope. But one of your sculptures really won big. Today's sand champs are Dan and Joby.
Congratulations.
Today's competition was so close. We had our top two, Dan and Joby and Guy and Sevelin. It was like splitting hairs. We picked Dan and Joby because their piece was flawless. The proportion of their sculpture was incredible. The beetle looked heavy. You could feel the beetle.
There was a story there between the little girl and the beetle. You could just feel that there was an emotion there.
The detail was incredible. The originality was off the scale.
I guess we got the hat trick.
Yes.
Well done, sir.
Congratulations. Once again, you are one step closer to the final. But for one of you, the tide has turned. Sandy and Sharon, the Sand Grannies, I'm sorry. Please pack your tools and leave the beach.
Thank you.
I really hope people look at the Sand Grannies and say, hey, it's never too late to take up a new activity.
It's a lot of hard work, but it's so well worth it.
No one could get a better partner than Sandy. She's inspiring. It was great.
Congratulations, artists. You've earned another day at the beach to race against the tide. Next time, your challenge is to bring the fossil back to life.
We're here for the win.
The competition is on.
Hey, Joby.
What is the problem? The others, they're not up to the challenge.
Hey, shut your mouth.
What?
All of the artists are gunning for Dan and Joby.
Oh, that work? I think they have enough first prize.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick. home to the most epic beach battle of all time.
This is the toughest competition in my 30 years of carving.
Last time, the teams had to go sky high.
1, 2, 3, fourth level.
And most
Back away.
came crashing down.
Oh gosh, another one.
We just lost our entire sculpture.
Dan and Joby's futuristic landmark stood tall and strong and snagged them their second win.
We won another one.
Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Now, 7 teams remain, and the competition to win $10,000 is really heating up.
Welcome to Jobyland.
No, we don't like them today.
Dan and Joby, I would love to take them down.
They've been winning too much.
Here we go!
Yeah! Somebody's got to pull out the win today, other than them.
I'm Sean Majunger. Watch as we race against the tide. Good morning, artists. Welcome back to the Cove here in New River Beach, New Brunswick. Did you know that there are over 2 million grains of sand in just one cup? How can something so tiny have such a great impact, as we've seen with all of your incredible sculptures? So today, we pay tribute to the little guy. Your challenge is to take something small and make it huge. The tide is in retreat, but it won't be for long, and when it comes roaring back in and hits the markers, your time is up. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Yeah, yeah.
Go!
Time to go. It's time to rock.
Today we chose to do with only 2 forms, so not too high. The last challenge was pretty intense because we had a big collapse.
Oh, yeah!
We want to do a little bit different. Today we're making a big caterpillar that's gonna walk a little bit and eat some leaves.
We want to win this challenge, yes.
Today's a lot easier because we don't have to go as high.
We got to take down Dan and Joby and pull a win. On the last challenge, it was awesome that we didn't have a collapse. I'm going in confident. We're gonna put a lot of detail, and we'd like to take this more conceptual. We're gonna make a butterfly. The butterfly is gonna be sitting on top of some chains that are gonna connect to a lock. I think that's gonna make a win for us.
To make it to the podium in today's microscopic challenge, the teams must meet the judging criteria: originality, proportion, and detail. Karen and Bruce, I am still recovering from the last challenge. Wow.
5 out of 8 collapse completely.
For the artists remaining in the competition, how does that affect them mentally going into this challenge?
It's a big reset. It's really tough to do that. We've both been there.
Absolutely. Now they've just got to take a breath, tunnel vision on what they have to do today.
Do you think any artists are going to play it safe?
They're calculating. They're figuring out what they can get by with.
If they take a risk, kudos to them.
We're not using any forms today. We're gonna do soft pack. That last challenge was a tough one. It's going.
Back away.
Oh! We thought we were gonna be eliminated. It was brutal. This whole area right here, big mound. We're doing a honeybee, gathering some pollen on a nice big daisy. We're not gonna do big high, we're gonna keep it down low. It might have a little bit to do with the last challenge.
Ready? There you go, that should be good.
Is it enough for you? Is it enough height?
I can make it work.
A win would be fantastic, but right now, I think we're going into this hoping to make up for our collapse in the last challenge.
Oh, shoot. That's it.
The idea that we have today, we're focusing more on just an interesting concept. We're looking at making a small problem seem big. Gum on the bottom of a shoe, that's kind of being stretched out. Whenever you step on a piece of gum, it just turns into this big issue. And so that's what we want to represent, is this small thing that just seems big.
The goal for today is to, first of all, not collapse like we did last time. The last challenge was really rough.
As soon as the collapse happened, it's like we might be going home.
But this challenge was built for me. I might be small, but I'm mighty.
We're going to be building a beautiful fairy sitting on a snail. The snail represents how slow we've been going, and the fairy represents the beautiful things we hope to accomplish.
I feel like some teams are afraid to go high, but we're gonna make ours tall and show that we're meant to be here.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition. So let's talk about the theme. Take something small and make it huge.
Yes.
When you take something small and you blow it up, it's got some proportions there that will make or break that particular image. It's not something you can execute simply.
The idea is to draw you into their little world.
Got it? So who are we watching for?
I know that John and Laura are hungry for a win.
Yeah.
What about Guy and Sevelin?
When it comes to imagination, they're really on another level.
This is right up their alley.
Dan and Joby, second win, last challenge.
They show their technical ability. Definitely the clean lines.
And they're so focused. Might be the ones to beat on this one.
I like the challenge today. We're changing our form design up a bit. We're going larger, longer, broader, and basically extend this pound up into more of a rectangle. We're going to make a big scarab and then carving a young girl, embracing the scarab just to show the scale of small to huge. Last challenge, we were fortunate enough to win, so we're gonna bring that confidence and hopefully come back for a win today.
We have royal neighbor, Mr. Dan and Mr. Joby.
The top dogs right now are Dan and Joby, and we would love to take them down. We're going to bring out our tricks and try to impress those judges. We're going on like a diagonal. It's a trick to make it look bigger, but also still be light.
Today we're gonna build a massive seahorse with some coral, and then his tail, maybe we're gonna dig down.
A win would be nice, yeah?
Yeah, we never know what it feels like.
Hey, boys. I'm seeing some buggish here.
It's the beginnings of a butterfly chained to a lock over on this side.
And that's what that box is for.
This is about the freedom that beauty and spirit can give you.
Well, I like
it's
that.
all conceptual. So no matter what kind of chains they put on you, if you're focused on the love and the beauty in your life, you're free.
Boom, mind blown. I'm just gonna flutter away. After 2 hours of competition, the tide has already receded 60 meters.
We're behind schedule already.
Still riding the struggle bus.
But I feel like we have a slight advantage because look how tall we are. When I first started sand sculpting, I always wanted to build my forms as tall as all the other guys on the beach. There aren't that many girls in the sand sculpting world, so I just wanted to show if I worked hard, I could do something amazing.
Abe and Sue, as far as the collapse goes, did you bring any of that anxiety?
Just a little bit, but I feel like with every competition, our teamwork gets better.
Very deep. I like that. Any issues, though?
We have one big issue. Dan and Joby are the team to beat.
They've been winning too much. The most important thing today, like every other challenge, is create something that the judges can appreciate, get it done in time. Welcome to Jobyland.
No, we don't like them today.
I would love to beat Dan and Joby. I would love it.
We have maybe now a target on our back, but it doesn't put more pressure on us. Just makes us feel more confident. We could go for the hat trick, why not?
Three-peat. We don't mean to be the ones to beat them, but somebody's got to pull out the win today, other than them.
Seven world-class sand sculpting teams remain in our epic 10-week beach battle.
Oh, yes, it's coming now.
And today's challenge of making little things big
I'm just trying to get the wings of my beak as high as I can go.
has kicked the competition into overdrive.
The top dog right now is Dan and Joby. I would love to take them down.
With the powerful tide still in retreat, the teams amp up their detail work.
I'm working on the face of our caterpillar. Tiny mouth, tiny eyes.
But the afternoon sun is giving them a beatdown.
It's about to get really hot.
We're not only going against time, but we're also going against the sun.
The sand is drying out.
It's drying really fast, and we have to spray it all the time. If they don't, it could collapse on us.
We're carving our seahorse. We're doing a lot of detail today. Detail in the sun is always a problem.
And the heat.
John and Laura, can you tell me a bit about what you're doing right here?
I'm trying to prepare the upper part of the coral, try bending them a little bit. So it looks like they're moving with the water flow. And we add them, import them on the sculpture.
We're pushing ourselves. It's something difficult to carve, and we would like to beat Dan and Joby. It's like our time here, Karen. Come on.
In this competition, confidence is key.
There's a lot of insects.
But we got bubble gum.
Original. And working on the treads on the bottom of the shoe, we want to make sure that we get the right proportions on everything. I like to play with ideas more than the really obvious kind of sculptures. That would be probably our biggest risk. I'm a little nervous.
I just hope we came out with the right idea.
Attention, sculptors! The tide is low!
Oh, come on!
You have 3 hours left!
We have to go fast, Severin.
This is your yellow flag warning!
Yet again, yellow flag warning comes and we're behind schedule.
We decided to go with something that involves a lot of detail when it comes to anatomy. So it's just a little bit difficult to carve fast and be super accurate. Legs up, perfect. Like, head tilted, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Abe, I think you have a future in modeling. This is beautiful.
Sandy, Sharon,
Hey, Bruce.
explain your piece to me.
It is Honey the bee, and she is a busy bee. Like Sharon and I, we're busy bee grannies. We're trying to put as much detail as we can in the piece.
So since we're a little bit closer to the ground on this one, are you planning some sort of elaborate finish off on the base area?
Working on some petals.
We're expecting a finish out and just great things.
We have to get the pedal to the metal and get these petals done. We need the petals to be on. We need them to look good. Just have to go. We have to get them done. Ay, 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 ay.
The powerful tide continues to rush the shore, leaving the artists under an hour to go.
You know, this chain thing, it is a pain. The chain is really difficult. It's like a puzzle. You have to start from one place and link them together to make it look like it's believable. It's been very difficult.
Time is always a factor in this competition. The lock that needs to go over to the butterfly still needs to be done.
There's no way we're going to be cutting that other one.
Well, it's the most important part of it. Do you want to start doing the lock now?
No, because we need this. There's no sense in doing a lock if you can't even finish the chain links.
As the tide rushes the shore, one team must decide if they have time to pull off a key element of their design.
The lock is critically important to our concept. You know, I want to be able to get those sculptural points.
The piece is really complicated, and we're running out of time. But I know that we have to do the lock. If it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, I can cut the lock up.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
We want to make sure that we carve that thing as fast as we can. Oh, gosh.
Look at that face. Did you guys carve this first and then you put the black sand inside of there?
Yeah, to
Wow.
make a nice contrast.
Really impressive.
I'm thinking about the time now, so we need to go fast to do the stripes on the rings there and spots.
Well, you guys are a team known for having incredible imagination.
This is the thing. We want to win this challenge.
We still have a lot to do. Time's getting close, but we're honed in and we're constantly checking that tide. Just carve confidently and keep going.
Do you see them? You got them all equal. Not good, not good.
We're nearing the end. What are you seeing?
The sculptures may not be the tallest, but they're incredibly detailed.
They're down there kneeling, they got the sun on their necks. They're working hard for the money.
Who might be struggling a little.
The sand grannies have completely switched gears and they've gone to soft pack. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
It's all about details in this point. Mark and Leonard just started sculpting something there.
Might be in trouble. John and Laura are hungry for a win.
We're trying to finish this piece here. Want to get the bottom of this big guy, you know, if you get the bottom, he looks much bigger.
Attention, sculptors!
No, no, no. No, no, no.
This is your red flag warning!
It's coming in.
We gotta go fast, really fast.
You are down to the wire! Wrap it up!
Go, 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 go. I know you're a snail, but you gotta go faster.
We're just about out of time.
You guys are getting ready to call it, Mark.
Oh, my.
Really nervous.
Tide's in, so time's up!
I'd say the biggest risk we took was the decision to do a soft pack today.
I hope that the judges see that it has so much detail. That's what we're counting on.
High five. I'm always hypercritical. I wish we could have had a little more of a finishing touch to it.
The sharpness wasn't quite there. We had an extra hour.
We had an extra hour, yeah.
Going into judging, there's a coin flip of whether or not I'm going home today.
I need a sauna, massage, therapist.
Yeah, I think we have a good chance of winning.
I agree.
It's now up to the judges to decide which teeny tiny idea came up big in originality, proportion, and detail. Wow, Abe and Sue, this is pretty beautiful.
This is gorgeous.
Well, the snail, just very light texturing on the shell. It just sets it apart from the rest of the piece.
One of the many things that Sue and Abe do very, very well is they're incredible carvers, but then they know just the right amount of detail to really make it pop even more.
Originality on this one is a 10.
Proportionally, it's perfect too. But I do have one issue. It's a very one-sided sculpture.
We got Albert and Albert.
The gum stuck to the bottom of the shoe. I mean, what an irritant, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's had that problem. Lots of detail on this one as well. I like the texture and the sole of the shoe up. The laces, excellent job there.
High points for originality, but I really would have liked to have seen some sight finish, like the shoe is sitting on a tile floor or a wood floor. That really would have set the whole piece off.
I agree.
The sand grannies, Sandy and Sharon. If I were the queen bee, I'd be a little ticked at this worker bee. He looks like he's sleeping on the job.
I'm liking the texture that they got going on in there with that little spherical round shape.
Originality, not quite such high marks.
For me, that's a gamble with a soft pack. It's obvious what they're making, but they got to make it pop.
Mark and Leonard.
Detail work on the chain is literally off the chain. They're not just horizontal or vertical. It's literally like a pile of links that are all connected. Well done.
You've got this lock and all these heavy, heavy chains, but no matter what you're facing, there's always hope. There's a butterfly on top of it all.
They busted out two separate sculptures that are blended to one.
Without it, the piece wouldn't read.
Wow, Dan and Joe B, that is a huge beetle.
I love this piece. It is powerful, it's punchy, tons of detail all the way around. It's well finished.
All the joints where the legs are, I mean, they're just perfectly done. The expression on the girl's face, she's like totally peaceful, like this is her friend. Originality is just absolutely mind-blowing.
Guy and Sevelin?
Stunning.
Yeah.
If you stand and look at that face, it's mind-boggling. It's so soft and it's so peaceful. Lots of symmetry and detail going on.
Definitely liking how they imported in the black sand into the head area. Lots of motion there. It's climbing up on the leaf, which it's already starting to munch on.
There's a lot of separation from the piece and the ground. This one looks like it's really, really up there and just gonna walk away.
John and Laura.
Seahorses are only this big, so you feel like you're tiny too and you're floating in the water with them.
I'm looking at all these coral tops. That's all done off to the side. The imports are actually quite difficult to do. As you bring them over repeatedly and not have any fall, that's talent. The thing that's not working for me is the fact that it looks like they raked their base up their sculpture, which tells me they didn't finish in time.
Artists, your challenge today was to take something itty-bitty and give it a massive makeover. And many of you really took us under the microscope. But one of your sculptures really won big. Today's sand champs are Dan and Joby.
Congratulations.
Today's competition was so close. We had our top two, Dan and Joby and Guy and Seveline. It was like splitting hairs. We picked Dan and Joby because their piece was flawless. The proportion of their sculpture was incredible. The beetle looked heavy. You could feel the beetle.
There was a story there between the little girl and the beetle. You could just feel that there was an emotion there.
The detail was incredible. The originality was off the scale.
I guess we got the hat trick.
Yes.
Well done, sir.
Congratulations. Once again, you are one step closer to the final. But for one of you, the tide has turned. Sandy and Sharon, the Sand Grannies, I'm sorry. Please pack your tools and leave the beach.
Thank you.
I really hope people look at the Sand Grannies and say, hey, it's never too late to take up a new activity.
It's a lot of hard work, but it's so well worth it.
No one could get a better partner than Sandy. She's inspiring. It was great.
Congratulations, artists. You've earned another day at the beach to race against the tide. Next time, your challenge is to bring the fossil back to life.
We're here for the win.
The competition is on.
Hey, Juby.
What is the problem? The others, they're not up to the challenge.
Hey, shut your mouth.
What?
All of the artists are gunning for Dan and Joey.
Oh, that work? I think they have enough first prize.
I'm sorry.
The Bay of Fundy is home to the highest tides in the world. And that's just the beginning of what New Brunswick has to offer. It has some of the most breathtaking scenery on the planet. From rugged mountain wilderness to stunning sandy beaches, peaceful river valleys, and the most epic coastline on the Atlantic. It's a road tripper's paradise, a place where natural beauty meets the heart and soul of maritime culture. It's also home to the ultimate sand sculpting showdown.
If you don't step up, you're going home quick.
6 teams are still trying to win the $10,000 grand prize.
We're here for the win.
The competition is on.
Last time, Dan and Joby's gigantic scarab scored their 3rd win.
Welcome to Jobyland.
And now,
Hey, Juby.
one thing's for certain.
Dan and Joby need to be taken down.
Everyone is coming for them.
I think they have enough first prize.
I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Artists! The Bay of Fundy's powerful tides are responsible for carving its iconic, rugged rocks and shaping its beautiful coastline. This erosion has also led to some fascinating discoveries. Fossil from the dawn of time. At your sand plots, you will unearth a fossil from a creature that lived long ago. Your challenge today is to bring this fossil back to life in your own way. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Yeah! It's a castle.
There it is.
Wow, it's a tooth.
Okay. What is it? I guess it's a tail of some kind of dinosaur.
We'll make something out of it. What? We don't know yet.
Ammonite. Got an idea?
Hey, there it is.
What is this? It's a fish. As a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I guess partly why I play in sand now. It's kind of like digging and finding treasures. I think it's going to be fun trying to do fossils. We found this little guy in our plot, so what we're planning on doing is having a very large fish coming up, catching our little fish, which is our fossil.
As the group gets smaller, the competition gets greater. We kind of been struggling for a little bit. Hopefully this will be the piece to stay in the game.
I'm feeling in my zone today. I love to carve dinosaurs. It's nice.
There's a lot of textures that can be involved. We came up with something that involves a triceratops, kind of life and death. So one side is showing the skeleton of the triceratops. The other side is showing the triceratops in life. I'm really confident. It just feels comfortable to have won 3 competitions. Okay, stop.
Hey, Juby. I have to work. Come on.
We haven't won yet.
We are close for winning the last one.
Today's sand champs are Dan and Joby.
Dan and Joby won the 3 challenges. I think that's our turn now.
We found a very nice fossil.
Look like a fish. So we're gonna do a lot of small kind of fish things in a round wall that looks like a wave.
Today, we will win.
Aaron and Bruce, let's talk a little bit about the last challenge. Dan and Joby winning again.
It was really, really close, though. We had our top 2, Dan and Joby and Guy and Seveline. We were splitting hairs to make that decision.
Guy and Seveline felt the sting from last challenge.
I think they're going to definitely turn it up a notch.
Focus, 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 focus.
They want to prove that they're deserving of a win.
Good. Dan and Joe B feels like they have all the momentum.
They are the team to beat, obviously. They seem to be able to do anything you throw at them, but you're only as good as your last sculpture.
Okay, we're gonna go like another inch and then put the box. Dan and Joby need to be taken down. But I'm not an archaeology major, and so I'm not too interested in the subject matter. The way I'd like to take this is more conceptual. We're thinking it's a tail of some kind of dinosaur in a rock with a kid sitting in front of it, totally ignoring the history that's behind him and looking at his phone. At this point in the competition, everybody out here is great. So if we can make it to the next challenge, we're in good shape.
First, the teams must meet today's judging criteria: fossil interpretation, best use of forms, and clean carving.
This is an interesting one. It's unique to have a prop that you can actually visualize.
I'm really going to be looking for how they take their fossil and turn it into that creature. It's all about pushing the limits here. I mean, they can definitely use their imagination and make up a creature, but it has to be believable.
The teams will have just 6 hours to pull off their prehistoric pieces. A flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
There we go. We made a bold move. We're going 4 high.
Dan and Joby are consistently pumping out really nice pieces, and we need to up our game to compete with that. We are making an ancient sea monster coming up out of the Fundy tides.
Something with a lot of teeth.
It's gonna look vicious. Looks like we're the only ones who are going up 4 layers.
A lot of teams were scared to go up that high. We're not gonna let fear control our creativity.
That all you got?
Today, we try to stay small because it's not in the criteria to have a big sculpture. They are very experienced judges, so it's difficult to impress them.
We're halfway through this competition, and, we would love to win one. Our challenge today is to take this fossil here and bring it to life somehow. We decided to do a prospector. He's like digging for gold, and he hits something, clink, 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 and picks it up, and he's like looking at it. And he doesn't really know what it is. So now he's researching it in a fossil book. We're going to get a facial expression finally on this piece, which is my strength, facial expressions.
This is a statement, guys. I'm loving the height on this one. It feels like it's a risky one.
Last time we went this high, we had a collapse. We're gonna try and be smarter about it this time.
How do you carve smart?
You watch Dan and Joby and you copy them.
Dan and Joby like to play it safe. Everything they've made has been short, except for the one time they needed to go high, so.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if we were smart, we would do that and just stay low to the ground, but I think we're a little bit more adventurous.
This is some confidence I'm seeing here today.
Feeling really good today.
I love it.
Yeah.
We don't feel we've put our best foot forward yet, so we're hungry to make that happen.
Right.
And if we get a win with that, all the much better.
2 hours in, and the water is headed for low tide. But the rivalry on the beach is at an all-time high.
This is going to be a prehistoric scene with parts of the skeleton, and Joby on the other side is making the live Triceratops popping out.
So is there an A side or a B side?
There's a Dan side and a Joby side.
Okay, so there might be a little competition between you two on this piece.
Yeah, because the others, they're not up to the challenge, so we
Aha. You're sounding very confident now.
He's getting us in trouble.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
We're here for the win, huh, Joby?
Same as you are, but I'll do it more beautiful.
Hey, shut your mouth, okay?
What is the problem, eh? I wish you all the best.
You don't want to stress yourself.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes,
Open
always.
your mouth, please. You give me a big salad.
Guy and Sibling want to win.
It's do it or don't.
Oh, you have a big crack? Oh, right here. Oh, no, it's you. Oh, sorry. I love Joby and Dan, but I think they have enough first prize. Now they have to stop and learn a little bit more from us.
We're at the Cove where 6 top sand sculpting teams are really heating up the competition.
Hey, shut your mouth. We're here for the win.
Same as you are, but I'll do it more beautiful.
The cool thing about this challenge is the artists get to start with a real fossil, so that really gives them some direction.
The competition is on. We even have some trash talking going back and forth.
Well, we know how that is. When we're pitted next to another team, that's just stuff that we like to spit back and forth for good fun, right?
One thing's for certain, all of the artists are coming for Dan and Joby. They're coming for them.
Oh, yeah.
As the tide nears its farthest point out, the artists are hyper-focused on clean carving technique, something the judges will be looking for.
Clean carving is just making crisp shadows and very smooth surfaces, no crumbs.
Right now, we are putting texture and skin onto our prehistoric sea monster.
I'm working on the movement, all those small creatures. The lines need to be really clean, so we try to do it deep, and after we blow it with the strut.
The competition is tough out here. We're surrounded by modern-day sand sculpting legends. If you don't step up, you're going home quick.
Nice, nice, pound up. And on the front here, what's happening?
Our piece today is called Missing Out on History. It shows a youth sitting in front of a fossil.
Looking at a cell phone, but not looking at the history of all this beautiful stuff that was in the past.
Nice concept, guys. How did you feel about getting a fossil as a starting point for this challenge?
It was kind of difficult at first.
But when it came to mind that, you know, we can make a message about what we're losing with technology, we were all in.
Attention, sculptors!
Here we go.
The tide has turned and is coming for ya! You have 3 hours left!
Faster, faster, faster.
Yes! Into yellow flag warning! And it's the moment of truth for the tallest sculpture on the beach.
Right now, we're taking this last form off. I feel like we've gotten enough weight off the top, so when we release the forms, all that pressure doesn't make it collapse.
At this point, if it collapses, we're gonna need a miracle or we're going home. It's still standing, but it's still got a few more hours to go, so it's too early to celebrate.
What? You like it? What?
Obviously gunning for a win.
We take some risk. The top is narrow.
With the cut through.
How you feeling after the last challenge?
Motivated.
How badly do you want this?
I want this a lot. I give everything.
What is different about a sand sculptor's brain?
I think you have to open your mind of all the possibility, and like my dad say every time, listen the sand.
Because we talk with the sand, huh? It's the same life. My body, inside I have 1,000 million cells inside. So the sand is the same. Right. Only 1,000 million of grain of sand, huh?
The chemistry between you and the earth.
We are only one. All humans are one.
With only an hour left in the competition, one team's winning streak may be facing extinction.
The Triceratops is the major thing of our sculptures. I'm actually having a hard time finding my dinosaur. I'm working on the face of the Triceratops, and I cannot find it. I'm really struggling.
I feel like it goes in a bit, you know, just to get a little more interesting shape. It feels weird.
This challenge was supposed to be my comfort zone. Sometimes you're just not able to do what's in your mind. I don't know, sometimes if you go away, you have a look and...
Anybody can have a bad day, and no matter how many times you win, each day is a new contest, and you're just trying to stay alive to come back for the next one.
With less than an hour left in the competition, the teams are breathing life into their prehistoric creations.
All right, let's move, move, move. We got deep cuts, deep shadows. There's something that's gonna be more interesting to look at.
I'm working on a little girl right now. Little does she know that the prehistoric toothy monster is looking for a snack.
I'm working on the face. If you keep the face straight, looks like a statue or something. All it takes is a little tilt of the head. It brings the thing so much more to life. You can see a crow's foot right there. A big moment is when you're carving a face and it starts looking back at you. Ah, there you are. There's my friend.
But costly mistakes can steer progress back in time.
Oh, gosh. My tool fell on top of that corner, and it just like...
Mark accidentally knocks over the cell phone, which is a really critical piece of this sculpture. There's so much more to life than what you see on your smartphone.
Okay, slide it. No.
Oh, gosh. Tide's coming in.
I'm feeling a bit rushed and trying to get the rest of this in here. I'm relying on whatever depth I can get. And when that sun is shining directly into it, I'm losing most of that depth. It softens it, but like this one, it shines directly in, you just wash it out. I can't really see what I'm making. I don't know if it's gonna come across when the judges come around.
At one point, we have to go on.
We don't want to be extinct.
We are close to the end. Are they bringing their game or what?
They're definitely all here to win it today.
I was a little bit nervous about Abe and Sue with that fourth form.
They took that risk.
There's enough time right now they could have a collapse, which is the worst.
Mark and Leonard, that's a great concept. But I feel like they took their fossil and they just replicated it in their sculpture. Dan and Joby, I think they're struggling a little bit.
They're pulling some stuff together, but I'm not quite sure exactly what they're doing.
Well, whatever they're gonna do, they better hustle because that tide is bearing down.
It seems that the tide is coming in faster than usual. Maybe it's my impression, maybe because now I just dream of the tide every night.
The tide is nigh!
Son of a gun.
Oh my God.
This is your red flag warning! You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers!
We're gonna be running again.
Crunch time, crunch time, crunch time.
Shovel, I think just shovel.
Tide's in! Time's up!
Good job.
I'm proud of what we did, and I want to win today.
Because we went 4 tiers high, we carved super clean. I hope the judges see the effort we put into really pushing the sand to its limit.
Woo! Benito!
Everything looks clean around the piece. You know, it's just a question of whether or not the concept conveyed.
I don't feel as confident as the other challenges. It's it's a new feeling.
Yeah. Some days you struggle. Hopefully we'll be back for the next one.
The judges must now decide which fossil has best been brought back to life. The teams will be judged on fossil interpretation, best use of forms, and clean carving. Sue and Abe.
They actually went 4 forms high, took the risk. Only sculptors to do it on the beach.
They got a fossil tooth. They made that thing happen in spades. I mean, this thing is the tooth-filled mouth, and it's gonna just absolutely devour this poor, sweet little girl. Awesome cut through at the top, too.
They truly brought their fossil to life.
John and Laura's imagination is incredible. Am I right?
This wizard has got an ammonite. He doesn't know what it is. He's had to pull out his big book of fossils.
Well, carving a face with that much expression and emotion is a difficult task. The carving is crisp on this one. You can read the puzzlement in him.
But they didn't really bring their fossil to life. They just made it a part of their sculpture.
Key and Seveline.
I am really impressed with the fact that they not only used their fossil to literally interpret it, they also have abstract interpretation going on here.
There's just so much depth to this piece. And I really like this cutout section with the cut through that's shining through onto the back wall. The fluidity is amazing. The finish, the clean carving aspect of this piece, that's hard to do.
Mark and Leonard?
Well, they had a very original idea. Here's this young man here, and he's just addicted to his phone, oblivious to the fact that there's an amazing 150-year-old fossil behind him.
Get off your skateboard, bud.
Their clean carving is really stepped up.
However, the challenge today was about bringing a fossil to life, and they just replicated it.
Dan and Joby, what do you think?
Their interpretation of the fossil they got is right on the money.
An interesting story, too, with the skeleton on the back and then the live creature on the front.
I would have liked to have seen a bit more depth in here. I think it would have made it a bit more dramatic, but they've made an incredibly high-quality, beautiful, exciting sculpture.
Junior, senior Alberts.
Very nice. I really like this piece. They got the small fish fossil. They decided they're going to make this fish being chased down by a bigger fish.
So in terms of bringing it to life, they hit the mark.
And took it up a notch, too.
This is probably their cleanest sculpture yet. It's really finished off.
And then when you look on the back, you can see the little fossil embedded in there. Nice touch.
Today, you were asked to bring an ancient creature back to life, and many of you took us back, way back. But there's one team who is not facing extinction. Today's sand champs are Guy and Seveline.
Guy and Seveline just hit a home run. It looked like a big curtain of crustaceans that somehow had life to them. They were three-dimensional, they were forced perspective, they had depth.
The clean carving was way over the top. Guy and Seveline took a tiny little mollusk fossil and brought it to life and did something incredible with it. It was gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a good feeling, a very good feeling.
We were pretty close last time, and now we did it.
Yeah. Congratulations. You are now one step closer to la finale. Unfortunately, for one of you, the tide has turned. Mark and Leonard, I'm sorry, but please pack your tools and leave the beach.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. This experience has been amazing, and I hope that it inspired the kids and families to go to the beach and just play with the sand.
Obviously, we would like to have gone a little bit further, but this is hopefully not the last that you've ever seen of Leonard and Mark.
Congratulations, artists. You've earned another day at the beach to race against the tide. Next time, you're going to be revealing your sculptures in the dark.
The challenges are getting tougher and tougher.
I'm so panicked, I can't even talk right now.
Our plan today is rather insane. We're going big.
It's kind of a do-or-die situation for us.
Edges here make a shadow.
So this is wrong.
It's fine.
We're in New Brunswick, where the world's best sand sculptors are halfway through an epic 10-week beach battle.
Kind of a do-or-die situation for us. The competition's getting tighter.
Last time, the teams were all coming for Dan and Joby,
The competition is on.
who have 3 wins.
The others, they're not up to the challenge.
Hey, shut your mouth.
What?
Dan and Joby like to play it safe. Everything they've made has been short.
We would love to take them down.
But it was Guy and Seveline who took top spot with their flawless fossil.
We're here for the win.
Now, the 5 remaining teams must really light it up if they want to win the world's toughest beach battle and the $10,000 grand prize.
I don't think we put in enough carving time. I feel like we're not gonna make it.
I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. We're at the beach a little later than usual. That's because today's challenge has a twist. You're going to be revealing your sand sculptures in the dark. You must awaken the things that go bump in the night, and the spookier, the better. And to help illuminate your creepy designs, each team will get 3 portable lights that you have to use. The tide is on its way out, but before it comes roaring back in, darkness will fall. So, are you guys ready to race against the tide? Yeah! Yes! Let the sand fly!
I'm known as an emotional sculptor. Well, this is a new emotion for me. I don't try to scare it.
Today we're thinking about a scary figure that is holding a lantern.
There'll be a moonrise in the back. There'll be a pile of skulls. The Grim Reaper, looking for souls to take. It'd be nice to have a win, huh?
Sun's out, but not for long.
The challenges are getting tougher and tougher.
The light's gonna be changing all day, so planning ahead is gonna be difficult.
We're gonna do a weird face with bumps and holes and bloody.
Stitches, sores, pimples. The creepier, the better.
Creepy!
Yeah!
All the teams left are really strong. Guy and Seveline won the last challenge. There's no place for mistake.
I want to see the reflection.
If there is detail, needs to be lightened up. I'm ready to do this. I feel proud to win the last challenge.
Me
Full
too.
of energy.
Yeah. We make a big monster face behind a little girl in the bed as they take the sheet from the bed.
Needs to be scary.
The judging criteria for today's bone-chilling challenge is spooky factor, technical ability, and best use of lighting. Then there were 5 Dan and Joby, they got 3. Abe and Sue have 1. Guy and Seveline, they pulled out a big one.
Yes.
Yes.
So, you know, what's the state of the competition right now?
John and Laura really need to pull a win just to say, okay, we have the credentials, but they normally do feel good, make you feel happy and all that stuff. So can they go to the dark side?
Yeah.
I think the 2 Alberts, they've got to just dig in and do the best sculpting that they have possibly done.
And gel as a team.
Exactly.
We have the best of the best here. Each one of them is capable of taking it all.
We're in the middle of our first compaction or pound up.
But we're making 3 of these compactions, which is a lot of work.
Our plan today is rather insane. We're going big. We've got 3 tier tall figures on the perimeter of our plot. And in the middle, we've got another small pound up that we're going to hollow out to have our lights shining out at the figures.
Thankfully, Abe is just naturally creepy, so this is going to work out perfect.
We're filling 10 forms with sand today. We hope there's enough sand in our plot to fill them.
It's going to be a lot of work. And since we're reusing the forms, we just have to pull them off as soon as possible so we can pack them up as soon as possible.
This is the first time I think any of us here have had to use lights in this manner. So I think there's going to be a learning curve for everyone on this challenge. I think this one is kind of a do or die situation for us. The competition's getting tighter.
I just can't believe we're still here.
I'm really excited because this is the sculpting that I really like to do. We're gonna have a little girl holding a pumpkin. The hooded figure symbolizes the unknown, uncertainty, always out there lurking. You know, we gotta work as a team, so hopefully we get it done before the tide comes in.
Today's tide began receding mid-afternoon, so this 6-hour beach battle will end at night. A flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition. We started later in the day because we're at the mercy of the moon, and today they're gonna have to finish in the darkness.
As they're carving in the daylight with the sun coming down, they have to think about how their sculpture's gonna look, lit from the bottom or the side or wherever they put those lights.
The only thing that's going to be illuminating these details in lights and darks is how they light it.
What are you guys looking for?
Use those lights to your advantage and scare the crap out of us.
I'm excited.
This is difficult because we're working in strong light right now, and the light's going to be changing all day, and very soon it's going to be dark, so we won't have much time when it's getting dark to get those lights in the right spot. One of the main difficulties with this challenge with working with the lights is to try to get that contrast between the light effect on the sculpture and the light that's coming from outside. To get that to balance, it's going to be the key. You can do the face, and I'll start working on the flesh.
So right now, as we're thinking about the light, it's a lot of imagination, a lot of thought experiments. We haven't used lights before in our sculpture, but a lot of sand sculpting is carving in light and shadow. All of that's kind of running through my brain, what I think it's going to look like.
Now I make the face on the monster.
The main strategy we got is like keep it simple. The light is really important because it's gonna be dark. So if we don't focus, the judges won't see what we want them to see.
John and Laura.
Hey, how you doing, pal?
Ooh, it's the spooky challenge.
Yeah.
The lovebirds, are they gonna access their inner vulture?
I would be scared if I was you.
What do you mean?
Oh, you see.
Yeah, we're gonna scare you, man. We're gonna scare you. We're gonna creep you out. Here is gonna be the Grim Reaper, and he's coming to town to take souls.
He's not coming to my town, is he?
You never know. Watch your back.
I used to trust you guys. Stay away from John and Laura! 2 hours in, and the tide is still receding. The artists are sprinting through their spooky sculpting ahead of sundown. But one team is just digging themselves a hole.
Everyone's already sculpting away. We've got a little bit started, but we're still packing, and that's not a good thing.
We're definitely at a disadvantage.
So, of course, we've decided to add more work for ourselves.
Abe and Sue.
Hey, Karen.
So what have you guys got going today? Can you tell me a bit about your plan?
This is only a third of our sculpture. We're going to be doing 2 more equal size to this compactions, and probably a very small one in the middle.
This sounds like a really ambitious plan today.
This was Abe's idea.
All my fault.
Any concerns for the time?
Yeah, we've been really slow up to this point.
The more sand we can pack that takes away from our carving time could be tricky to finish on time.
There's no turning back. We just have to keep pushing at this point. We can't stop.
Tide is out there somewhere. I'm just working as fast as I can. It's getting tighter and tighter. At this point, anyone can go home at any time.
We just keep shoveling, shovel some more. Maybe we'll do some carving at the end. Who knows?
Cove, our sand artists are racing against the unstoppable tide, but they're also racing towards sundown.
This will be the first spooky, creepy piece we have done.
Especially we never did anything at night.
Have to find how to put them in at the right time, see how the light is at the end of the day. It's getting tougher and tougher.
I don't care how professional these sculptors are. This is a whole different level of sand sculpting contest. Each challenge has been more difficult than the last one. We keep upping the ante. Abe and Sue, they're going huge, just really pushing the limits that way.
They've got to be feeling that pressure. They're in there shoveling, they're in there tamping, they're in there moving all this material.
They've got to be tired. They've got to be stressed. They've got to be stretched to the limit.
Well, it's an experiment.
Yes.
I hope it pays off for them.
We've got about 3 times as much surface area to cover, so I feel like we already hit the panic button. I'm so panicked, I can't even talk right now. It's crazy. It's so stupid.
We've had some bad ideas, but never where we've had to sculpt the entire piece this fast. And it's too late to turn back, and we just have to power through to the end and hope that we make it there.
I have not seen the yellow flag yet, so that's a little bit of hope, but...
That means it's coming up.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah. Attention, sculptors! This is your yellow flag warning! You have 3 hours left!
Wow.
Come on, babe. Come on, come on.
Come on, Sue. Shovel faster.
Albert Sr., Albert Jr., how are we feeling?
As usual, always pressure by what's going on.
Right?
Over there.
We're gonna make it work.
So, guys, what do you think about getting spooky?
You know, I love all of this bump in the night stuff. I used to hear a lot of folklore from my uncles and my grandparents growing up, and it may be a big part of Spanish culture. I do seances back home.
Seances?
Yeah. You know how to find out if your house is haunted, Bruce?
I do not know how.
Get a music box, turn off all the lights in your house, take a glass of water, put it on a table, because you should always offer your guests something to drink. Open up your music box, wind it 3 times, and just say out loud, "Spirits, if you're out there and you can hear me, come find me."
Okay, I'm freaked out right now, so I'm not playing any music box. I'll tell you that. I don't want anybody coming looking for me.
It's not my favorite challenge. I have to be honest. I'm a person who doesn't like horror movies or there's enough scare out there that I don't need extra.
I love scary movies, but I'm not allowed to look at them anymore.
I think we have all fear inside, you know? We all have something we fear. When I was young, I was scared of what was under my bed. So we used it on our concept. Now I'm working on the scared faces of the little girl here, holding her sheets.
I want to eat that girl.
That's exactly how I feel after a night on George Street in St. John's, Newfoundland. There's a lot going on here. What were you afraid of when you guys were kids?
I think ghosts. It was just ghosts, because it was just that unknown of what if they're real, you know?
Do you believe in ghosts today? I feel like you might, Joby.
Well, I'm not so much into it, but why not?
Right. You have no reason not to believe.
Well, as much reason to believe than to not to believe.
What's the scariest thing you've ever had happen to you?
They had to carve next to us. Carving next to Abe.
The inspiration behind this piece, I think, is the unknown. You don't know what's underneath the hood because you have scary stuff, but for me, I think the unknown is actually way more terrifying. There are a lot of unknowns in this competition. One of them being how the lighting's gonna look in the dark.
With only an hour left, the sun is sinking fast, and the teams are forced to make critical lighting decisions.
We are starting to get very different light, and that means that in an hour or so, we are going to really be looking at how to get those lights in. To get them in, make them effective, and not mess anything up in the process.
So the light is gonna hit this edge and it's gonna give me a shadow right here.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Lighting is essential in bringing across shadows and giving a drama feel.
This way, right? Light is coming
Light
this
is
way.
going that way, yes.
So I have to cut like this.
Light is coming this way.
Yeah.
So edges here make a shadow.
So this is wrong.
It's fine.
With only an hour left, the teams are racing against the incoming tide and the setting sun.
The sunset is nice, but the times go fast, so we have to go fast too.
It's a rush to finish the detail work before they can place their lights.
I'm working on tombstones. I want to see if I can angle one and maybe tilt the other.
I am struggling with the skulls. They are upside down. They are looking all sorts of directions. They have no eyes. Driving me crazy.
And one team is still rushing to finish their pound up.
We're finally getting off our last form now. Still have a lot of ground to cover, but you can hear the tide. It's quite lovely coming in. You got 5 minutes till you're coming over to this one, so make it count.
I'm a little nervous about Abe and Sue. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Abe and Sue have a reputation for being able to seem like they're not gonna finish, and all of a sudden it just happens.
But they really bit off a lot here. They've really got to turn up the burners. John and Laura, I mean, this is not their genre. They're not into creepy stuff, but I think they maybe think they have to win today to really make a statement.
I'm actually feeling their pressure because someone's going home tonight.
It's intense.
Trying to fit one of the lights. The sun's still up, so it's really hard to see the effect.
My idea was to put inside, and the lights can go out by this hole, but I'm not sure now. I'm very not sure.
It's going to be part of the sculpture, the light of the lantern. He's searching. He's searching for you.
Lighting is really important. I used to do theater, and you can change the mood of a scene so much by the lighting you choose. When you take a flashlight and you shine it under your face and you look really creepy, it's the same as that. You might have a beautiful face in the daylight, but as soon as you light it from below, it could just look like Frankenstein. It could look like Abe.
We're gonna hollow the centerpiece out and put the lights inside and have the lights shining out.
I think that sun's starting to go down.
What are you missing? Our lights.
Attention, sculptors! The tide is nearing the markers. The sun is going down. Get your lights ready. This is your red flag warning. You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers.
Carve like crazy.
Carve like the wind.
Hold my arm so I don't fall in it.
The depth. Oh, I see the light right there.
Yeah.
It's already coming on.
That's neat.
Oh my God, that's bright.
Sculptors! Tide's in! Time's up! Put your tools down!
I'm feeling pretty confident about what we did, but, you know, it's up to the judges. It's not up to us.
I want to be confident about judging tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, we just don't want to finish last, huh? And go home.
Good job, Sue.
Good job, Abe.
You knocked it out.
Going into elimination, I'm a little bit worried because I don't think we put in enough carving time. It's not quite there yet, not quite there.
Time for the judges to shed some light on which scary sculpture gets top marks for spooky factor, technical ability, and best use of lighting. This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen, and I'm proud to say it.
This thing is just nasty looking, and I like the way this thing's kind of peeled open.
Yeah, he's stitched up on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
And everywhere you look at it, there's something new to see.
The light placement is excellent on this one, especially in the top where you can see through the cut-throughs, and then you see that demon face on the back lip.
But it's the same shape that they've had on their previous challenges. And I would have liked to have seen them come out of the box a little more.
Albert Sr., Albert Jr.
Very creepy, and wow, did these guys up their game.
I love these headstones. I mean, they really went deep. There's lots of separation there, so you see the lights and the shadows. They've got one from the back that makes these things like it's in a graveyard popping up. But I'm really not a fan of where they place the light inside the ghoul's face. I think it would have read better had they put it down below and upshot the like how they have on this face down below.
Abe and Sue, 10 minutes ago, I thought, there's no way they can finish.
They took a huge risk. Incredible concept.
Yeah, this one tells a story. I mean, you have these demonic figures in robes around this cauldron of death, and you have these lights that are focusing out onto each figure.
Each of the robed figures is fairly simple, but it doesn't need a lot of detail to read. Sean, it looks like you're about to be sucked in and become a human sacrifice.
Oh, yeah? Guy and Seveline.
This is the dark nightmare that every kid has had on the planet. I mean, she's pulling up her covers and the monster's reaching up and grabbing hold of that thing.
And I love the fact that they put a light inside the head of the zombie.
Technical ability on this piece, high marks. I mean, they did well. The one thing that bugs me about this piece is he has a shroud around the back of the big skull, but it really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't help the sculpture at all.
So, John and Laura?
I mean, this really took them out of their comfort zone.
It's just a ruse. I do not trust them anymore.
I like the lighting on the moon in the back. That gives you this distance with the trees in the foreground there.
Carving, I don't know how many skulls are on there, but that's really hard to do. And the hand holding the lantern, that is a very risky piece.
I think they got it done just in the nick of time, because the real scary thing here is the tide.
Here it comes again.
Today, you were asked to embrace the darkness. And many of you shone a light on the things that go bump in the night. But one team really lit it up. Today's sand champs are Sue and Abe. Congratulations. You're one step closer to the final.
Way to go, Sue. You did it.
Sue and Abe had this concept that really pulled you in. I mean, it was a story. They had these 3 demonic figures. It encompassed their entire plot size. They had lighting that was just amazing.
They took an incredible technical risk by doing 4 pound-ups. Not 1, 4. It was really, really spooky. I absolutely loved it.
We definitely pushed ourselves a little too far.
Today, we pulled off the impossible. I can't believe we did it.
For the 4 remaining teams, the tide has turned. In your favor.
Wow.
No one's going home. Congratulations, you've all earned another day at the beach to race against the tide.
The artists are that tight. It was impossible for Karen and I to select somebody to go home tonight. It was that close.
Everyone was exceptional across the board. All 5 of them knocked our socks off. These guys are the best of the best.
Next time, are you guys ready to race against Mother Nature?
As long as there's no lightning or heavy, heavy rain.
This could be bad for everyone.
The storm is coming in. Oh, my God.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome, right?
What a disaster.
Welcome back to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick, home to the world's toughest beach battle. Last time, the teams had to get in touch with their dark side.
I won't hate you.
The creepier, the better.
Abe and Sue's freaky figures
Oh my God.
really lit it up. And in a surprise twist, the tide has turned in your favor. No one went home. Now, 5 teams still remain.
Oh, my God.
And they're gonna have to weather the storm.
It's getting cold.
This is like lightning and thunder.
Could be very dangerous.
If they want a chance at taking home the grand prize of $10,000 and the glory of winning the ultimate sand sculpting competition. I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Ernest! Here we are in the Maritimes, and look, she's showing us her true colors. But this weather is perfect for today's theme. You were asked to bring a memento that represents an experience that had a huge impact on your life. We want you to create a sculpture that honors this memory. We want to feel all the emotions. The tide is on its way out. The rain is on its way in. Are you guys ready to race against Mother Nature? Yeah! All right, let's go!
I want to do the soldier right here, and then back there, we're going to do the boat. For my memento today, I brought a piece of barbed wire that was found on the beaches of France. This piece means a lot to me because my father was a Navy man in the Second World War. We're recreating the Normandy landings here in the Bay of Fundy. We're trying to capture courage. We're doing what's called a forced perspection. Big guy in the front, little people in the back. When you look at it, it looks like they're far away. I'm known for emotional sculpting. This is a perfect challenge.
Today, we're gonna have 2 separate pound-ups. The memento that we brought today is the book, The Ugly Duckling. My mom came and said,
This week, you're gonna learn how to read, and you're gonna be reading this book. The idea here is that my father and I have different memories of my mother. My father's carving his memory, I'm carving mine. She's still alive.
She's our strength, she's our courage.
So last challenge, there was no teams eliminated, which is great, because it gives us all another opportunity to go out there in the sand and build again, but it also means that we have the same amount of teams that we're still competing against to get to the end.
To make it through today's challenge, the teams must meet the judging criteria: emotional impact, storytelling, and technical skill.
Karen and Bruce, can you truly relay emotion with sand and water?
Sure. I mean, it's going to come down to their ability to relay their story.
I'm really looking forward to see what they do with the mementos and how it inspires their sculpture. Your experiences in life color what you do when you're sculpting. You have to really be careful of the nuance of how you're carving to create some incredible emotional impact.
I love the fact that it is a little bit moody because it's an emotional theme today. It's going to be really cool to see.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
So that's the ring I was talking about.
This is from your former marriage?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't go well, or should I say maybe fortunately, because when we break up, that's where really a big change happened in my life. I became a sculptor. What we will do is make the big head look like kind of a cage. The meaning is the person trapped in the cage, but the ring became a crown.
We all go through changes in our life. We can be in something, a relationship, a job. It's about finding calm, finding peace, finding who you are. Sometimes it's time to let go.
This piece is kind of dedicated to Abe's friend, but for me, I feel like I can really relate to it.
This memento I have with me today is a base that Davey G, my good friend, my neighbor, my musical brother, gave me shortly before he passed away. Today, the sculpture is going to take the shape of an upright base. It's going to be a little whimsical, a little fluid, just like both sand sculpting and music. They're kind of created in the moment and only exist for a very brief period of time.
Abe and Sue took home a big win. They have 2. They're right behind Dan and Joe B, who have 3. And last challenge, no one went home. So who today is really going to bring it during this emotional challenge?
John and Laura.
John and Laura, for sure. This is their genre, their wheelhouse. They certainly can pull the emotions out of their pieces.
This is what John and Laura do best.
But they have yet to get a win.
Guy and Seveline, too.
Yeah.
They're so emotional with their pieces. They could be abstract, they could be fun and splashy. It's going to be really interesting to see a deep emotion come from that team.
Yeah, the sand is nice, huh? No rock. Looks great.
Today I brought my hula hoop.
Ooh.
My first sand sculpting competition with my dad. We had this idea to make a small show. So he was the clown beside me and I was hula hooping. Today we are making me. And I'm sculpting. At the same time, I'm hula hooping. The hula hoop represents for me all the cycle in life. We are really creative and original, both of us. I realized at that time, that's what I want to do in my life. I want to be a sand sculptor.
So we're going to keep this piece low. We get right to carving.
We are here to win this challenge.
We're pushing ourselves, yeah?
So, John, tell me about your memento.
It's a really cool piece of barbed wire that I actually found on the beaches of Normandy.
Really? So this is from World War II?
Yeah.
Why were you there?
Well, the White House hired both Laura and I to do a remembrance piece for D-Day.
We felt honored to be there and tribute to heroes in our eyes.
Yeah, and it'll look like this guy actually perishes in the sand, like many of them did.
Yeah.
And it'll be a very cool piece where he just goes back to being the sand that he came from.
Abe and Sue, how's the sand feeling?
Feels all right today.
Yeah? Well, tell me about your piece.
Memento is a bass that a friend of mine gave me shortly before he passed away. That's played in the band with for years. And both Sue and I have been influenced by musicians and artists a lot throughout our lives and, you know, helped shape who I am today and who I am as an artist.
Abe's an incredible musician, and I remember when we started hanging out, we'd play music together.
And like everyone that you get the privilege to create with makes a lasting impact.
So you two have opted to go 4 forms high today. You definitely are not shying away from risk.
The competition gets more tough each time, so I feel like we just have to keep pushing it. It's kind of a gamble because once we get down, we can't reach the top. So if we do have rain that comes in and we have a collapse up there, we can't really fix it.
Sure, sure.
skies continue to grow dark, the teams are already 2 hours into the competition.
Is it gonna rain? Like a storm?
They must figure out the fastest way to make an emotional impact.
Kind of difficult to work two-person on one face.
Should I cut it back?
Why don't we just make a decision here?
I guess it doesn't matter. Okay.
This time we got, it's difficult to make a right face.
Doesn't look good.
And for one team, the pressure to win has emotions running high.
John, what about here? You want me to finish the D or you need it for the bow?
Whatever you gotta do back there, just do it.
That's an answer.
Yeah, whatever.
On my nerves because John always wants to go big.
I've been ordered by General Laura to leave her be
I hear you.
and carve my own piece and stay out of her hair. Our goal today is to make an emotional statement and to win a challenge one of these days. So I'm just following orders here.
Yeah, right.
We're at the Cove where 5 top sand sculpting teams are well into an epic art face-off.
I got a lot of carving ahead of me. Hopefully the rain will hold off.
Carving in an emotional way isn't easy.
Emotion tends to need fine nuance and just a little bit of a delicate touch. But I think the challenge today is sometimes when you're creating something emotional, it takes time to convey that emotion because it is just sand and water. And it's kind of magical the way they're able to pull emotion out of what they're doing and then draw you into their story.
I'm working on a portrait of Davy G. This is Abe's friend. I'm not carving him 3D, but in relief. You don't want to overdo it.
Currently working on the face. I want to get the expression of my mother just right.
Small detail can change a lot. Every teeny lines are really important.
Trying to dial in the front guy here, bring this memory to life. A big moment in sand sculpting is when you're carving a face and it has character. It means a lot to me how soldiers give their life for their country. I'm trying to capture that in my sculpture today. We want to take it to the end and really make an impact on our piece. What do you think there, boss?
The general is always right.
Attention, sculptors!
Oh, sheesh.
What a disaster.
The tide is out and is coming for you. This is your yellow flag warning. You are down to 3 hours.
Oh, my.
Carve, carve, carve.
I think it means I have to start panicking a bit right now. I'm trying to represent here is this kind of serenity after living all those sad emotions.
So working the eyes and then working the mouth, it takes time. And we don't know if there's going to be rain. So
The wind is picking up. How are you feeling?
A little bit chilly.
Can you tell me about your memento?
My hula hoop, that's something we share together.
Can you tell me a bit about how you're going to finish the sculpture? What do you have left to do?
She's dancing, but she's sand sculpting at the same time. So I want to make her dance a little bit more, so I want to add her foot on the side like this. Really dancing, weird movement. Because I want her to be happy, but I want her to be surprised too, because she's learning how to sand sculpting at the same time.
Wow.
Albert Sr., Albert Jr.
Hey,
How you guys
Bruce.
doing?
This weather's kind of wonky.
I noticed that you have, your own personal styles going on here.
So this is about my mother. My father has very different memories than I do.
It's a silhouette of a boyfriend, girlfriend. Then it became husband and wife.
And so these are 2 memories that we're going to bring together and we'll tie up to a little figure that'll be here. 2 different ideas, same person.
Really excited to see what you're going to finish up with. And please, no rain.
As the weather grows more intense, so does the vibe on the beach.
we've got a lot of groundwork to do to really bring out the story of the piece. We've got little figures to do and that treble clef as well. And rain is a struggle.
And the actual D-Day was similar to this weather.
Getting cold.
Did you hear the thunder? Yeah? Think we got rain coming?
Well, it looks like it.
Yeah, hopefully not, man. Could do some damage if it's hard.
Guys, a storm is coming right now.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. This could be bad for everyone. The sculptures are not going to last if it's a driving rain in an hour or 2.
Right.
So we're nervous about it.
If we have to call this thing early, Do you feel you have enough?
It comes down to criteria. So that's really gonna be what we're looking for when all this is over.
This storm is definitely bearing down. This is like lightning and thunder.
Yeah.
That'd be very dangerous.
The tide doesn't look like it's that close. We know that something is about to happen. It's not going to be something we want to hear.
I'm really nervous. There is lightning and the thunderstorm scares me a little bit.
With an hour still left in the competition, Mother Nature is throwing the teams a curveball.
We're always at the mercy of the elements, but here, you know,
The elements are a lot.
Yeah.
We know that something is about to happen. It's not going to be something we want to hear.
Attention, artists!
What?
No way.
We have an incoming storm. For your safety, this is your early red flag warning.
Oh, this is a mess.
Incoming storm. 5 minutes to get off the beach for safety.
How is this happening?
We had a really key element to our piece, which we were going to put in like the last half hour. Watch the tide come in, we still got plenty of time, and then all of a sudden, get off the beach.
Not okay.
We are scrambling right now.
Okay. What do we got?
Is it gonna be finished? I'm thinking about all the things I have to do.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome, right?
Oh my God.
Your competition is now over.
It's just the elements that we're fighting against, and sometimes they end the game.
I wanted to do another part, but we just never got to it. It still reads, and I think the judges will still like it.
I wanted a little bit more time. We wanted to dig a hole here and see the whole body of the dancer. It is what it is.
They say in the Maritimes, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute. As quickly as the storm blows in, it passes on by, sparing the sculptures for judging. They'll be evaluated on emotional impact, storytelling, and technical skill.
Obviously, this is a unique competition today because first day we've had to run people off the beach. So guys, Dan and Joby, what do you feel?
Wow, it's a powerful piece.
I feel like that image that's clawing out is trapped.
Right.
You know, that feeling that you just want to get out. The technical skill on this piece is off the chart. It really is immense.
They actually finished it beautifully in the time that they had left. If I'm just gonna be super picky, maybe a little more emotion I would have liked to have seen.
Guy and Seveline and her magical hula hoop.
I'm seeing lots of action and motion in this piece. I mean, the hula hoops, she's got this wonderful expression on her face, but I'm not sure I'm understanding what is on her head or in her hand.
She is one confused chess player.
I would have liked to have seen a bit more contrast, maybe a little more texture in her garments, texture in her hair, just something to make it pop a little more.
Guy and Seveline are always known for their emotional impact. Are you getting that in this piece?
Not so much.
They need to really just push that emotional bar up.
John and Laura and their epic battle scene.
The size of the piece, I mean, it's amazing. I like the perspective and how the men are coming out of the landing craft, showing that, you know, chaos, that just pure terror that's going on for these men. It transports you to Normandy.
Feeling so much emotion right now, just looking at the forced perspective, to know that the tide is coming in, and soon this guy will be underwater, and then he's going to flow away. That's really deep. And in this kind of piece, a lot of pieces you want them to be clean and perfect. You don't want this piece to be clean and perfect. The fact that it's rough is okay. Incredibly powerful piece that perfectly represents their memento.
You said earlier that this is their forte. Did they nail it?
They nailed it 100%.
Albert Sr., Albert Jr., a lot of family in this piece.
Oh, so what's really cool in this piece that I just love is the fact there's mom, there's the son, and the father. They both have very, very deep feelings and deep memories for this moment, but completely different perspectives. The mother and father, their love for each other. And over here we have Albert learning to read from his mom.
You'd really tell that Senior just was very proud that they all shared that same, you know, really nice, heartfelt time. These two pieces are separate, obviously, but maybe not a super strong tie together.
Abe and Sue and their big beach base.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
This is a wow factor piece.
Yeah.
They really went for the technical on this one. They went high. I like the movement in the base, the neck. It moves, it bends, it has this flow to it.
Kudos to them for taking something technical and static and invoking emotion coming out of this. And on the back, even more emotion because you see the gentleman who passed away who gave him this face. Conceptually, this is an incredible piece.
Yeah.
Artists, that was an insane storm, but you all still delivered. Your challenge was to pay tribute to an important moment in your life. And many of you took us on a walk down memory lane. But one team really made us feel the emotion. Today's sand champs are John and Laura.
Hey, we won one.
John and Laura's piece today was hands down the most emotional piece. You walked up on it and you're instantly transported to Normandy. You really felt like you were in the moment.
It used every inch of their plot in a very clever way. They had forced perspective, which is really tough to do. John and Laura have a reputation for doing very, very emotional sculptures, and today they lived up to their reputation in spades.
Thank you, thank you. Feels really good to win with this piece. Give credit to the guys at Normandy Beach and all veterans.
Well done.
Give me a potato.
But unfortunately for one of you, the tide has turned. Guy and Seveline, I am so sorry. Please pack your tools and leave the beach.
Goodbye, guys.
Woohoo! We had all the criteria, so I don't really understand why we're not there. But that's life.
To work with Seveline all this day together, it was nice.
I think we brought some pure joy and energy, and maybe the beach is gonna be less colorful without us.
We have our final four, everybody. Woo! You've earned another day at the beach to race against the tide, and you guys can stay too.
Awesome.
Next time, you will be creating the ultimate superhero face-off scene.
Competition's really stiff right now. We're really gonna have to be super today.
One of the criteria is good versus evil. Do you have a plan for that? That look says it all.
There's no room for error.
Oh, that's all I needed.
We're gonna go home this time.
The Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick is home to the highest tides in the world and the ultimate beach showdown.
This is like a do-or-die situation.
Last time, the teams got emotional.
It's about finding calm, finding peace, finding who you are.
John and Laura's Battle of Normandy tribute pulled at the judges' heartstrings and scored them their first win.
To finally win a challenge, it's already a big step for us.
Now we're down to the top four, and they're gonna have to do double duty if they want a chance at taking home the grand prize of $10,000. I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Good morning, top four. How do you like this wind we shipped in? What I understand, wind is the sculptor's greatest enemy.
Yes, sir.
But come on, you guys are superheroes. You can handle it. But you can't have a superhero without a supervillain. Today, you will be creating the ultimate superhero, supervillain face-off scene. Now, you must produce 2 figures, so we are giving you 2 sets of wood forms. Are you guys ready to race against the tide? Go!
My plan today is to work super fast, super hard. For us, the most difficult thing is knocking out 2 figures in the time that we have. We're gonna have to bring our A-game.
We gotta deliver.
My father will be carving the eternal flame, defender of the universe, and I'll be carving the villain, Hank. Hank is just an average guy who decided he is going to become the arch nemesis. I think it's just a neat idea of playing with good versus evil and what that really means. Superheroes, I gotta just live and to fight another day.
This wind is good for surfing.
The problem with the wind will come later when we carve the detail. We're in the final four. Good to be in the winner's circle. We're here to do it again, right?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
We're doing two superheroes. One is a wrecker, one is a builder. The builder's a good guy. He's a very creative guy. But the wrecker, he's the arch enemy. He's the villain. And the guy's gonna have hammers on his arms. We're gonna put the figures together back to back. It was a time-saving idea.
It's 1 pounder.
Hopefully the judges won't hold it against us.
To earn super marks from the judges, the teams must meet the challenge criteria: characterization, good versus evil dynamic, and creative use of plot.
Karen and Bruce, today's theme, supervillain, superhero.
Oh, I'm really excited. I love superheroes. I love comics. I'm looking for a really big contrast in the good and evil.
What's going on? What's the interaction there to really depict that storyline between them?
I want them to use the plot and show us how it complements their good versus evil challenge here.
And they have the extra forms to use today, too, because they've got to create 2 figures.
They don't have any more time, but they have almost twice as much work to do now.
And today, this wind.
It etches the sculpture, it dries it out, it takes away detail, it blows in their face.
It's a good time all day long.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
Today we were tasked with making a superhero and a supervillain duking it out. Sue and I aren't really into the whole good and evil thing, so we're gonna do a yin and yang piece with the masculine and feminine powers interacting. With the feminine and the masculine, it's both a fight and a dance at the same time. Hopefully the judges will respect that.
It is super risky. I mean, it's a really intense competition, and the sculptures get better every challenge. So you have to keep upping your game. Perfect, guys. That's enough.
This is as high as we're going. This character is going to make his mark because he's small. And that character is going to be knocked into the ground by the forces of good. Evil is big, bad, and ugly, and the forces against it are a little bit more innocent than you'd think.
So the good guy is actually a small kid. I'm creating the supervillain, and then we'll work on the good side.
You always get the fun part. All the teams that are left are super strong. They've made it through all the challenges. They've shown what they're worth. There's no room for error.
Which team do you think this particular challenge is best suited for?
Well, definitely Dan and Joby.
Yeah.
And
Abe and Sue. Those 2 teams really know figure sculpting, so I expect high output from them.
Last challenge, John and Laura get their first win. But then you got Abe and Sue, and they got 2. Dan and Joe B, they got 3. And then you got the 2 Alberts, who have yet to secure a win.
Senior and junior, they really have to hit a home run, as we say. They've got to knock it out of the park on this one, but they can do it. That's why they're in the final 4.
And slide straight back, and look at that. We haven't worked together in 13 years. I think we're slowly starting to find our groove, which is great when you're 8 challenges in.
There's a lot of catching up to do. Surprisingly, we're still here.
How are you guys feeling right now? You have 3 incredible competitors. They all have wins under their belts. You guys don't have a win yet.
The most important win is at the end of the battle, right? So when we make it to that last challenge, that's where you're gonna want that win.
Father, son, I'm assuming you're just doing self-portraits of yourselves here.
Yeah. I remember my son, he must have been in the 1st or 2nd grade. He did a little essay, and it said, "My dad is my hero."
I don't remember that. What?
I am working on the feminine portion of the sculpture. When I think women, I think curves, and when I think guys, I think more angular. Yeah, we kind of used
To a certain
ourselves
degree.
as slight inspiration for this.
It's kind of like one figure is Sue and one is Abe, or Sue Abe and Abe Sue, as we call them. And they're this kind of fighting and struggling with each other, but coming together as a whole.
Abe's an amazing partner. He comes up with great ideas. He's all right. He's tolerable.
Oh, yeah. Take it. That was more than I expected, honestly.
Careful, careful, careful.
Laura, John, how are you doing?
Hey, Bruce.
Your plot here, you have lots of satellite pieces.
The criteria is to fill your plot, and that's just what we're doing.
You know, you almost have twice as much work, but you don't have twice as much time.
If you look around, a lot of these guys are doing 2 figures. We put our figures together, so we're trying to save time.
What are your characters today?
We have 2 different kind of people in the world. We have the builder, the anti-hero is the wrecker. It depends which one you belong, right? So
We teach a lot, Bruce, along the road, and I've noticed in my 30 years of teaching, you have builders and wreckers, just like Laura said. It just takes one wrecker to destroy a whole plot of builders, you know?
Right.
And little Susie's crying when Billy the wrecker shows up.
2 hours into the competition, and the tide is still receding, but Mother Nature is upping the ante.
We expect it falls down, but now it's going everywhere. It's pretty annoying.
I've got so much sand in my eyeballs right now. Basically, everything you cut blows sand into your face, and then now there's like so much sand in my eyeballs, I could build a sand sculpture right inside, right here.
we choose the wrong day to do edges and details because this wind is eroding so quickly. We keep spraying it, but 3 minutes later, you're at the beginning.
Yeah, the wind is killing us.
We're gonna go home this time.
Our top 4 sand sculpting teams are nearing the halfway point of today's super-powered art challenge.
Competition's really stiff right now. You got great carvers that can do great figures. Really gonna have to be super today.
But the world's highest tide cannot be tamed, or the 50-kilometer-an-hour winds.
Wind's cold, water's cold. It's one of those days.
I will work in any condition, but wind, it's just brutal. You have details popping off, the sand goes everywhere.
But they also have to deal with the increasing difficulty of the sculpture.
Today's theme with the superheroes, supervillains, they have 2 separate images they're working on. Plus, part of the criteria is to utilize as much plot area as they can, but they don't have twice the time.
Today is really, really gonna be tough.
Working in the elements means the teams must constantly adapt their process.
Right now, I'm trying to alleviate weight.
If you build too tall, sometimes you can actually feel the sculptures moving back and forth when the wind hits it. It also means that you can have a collapse.
The wind and the sun mixed today is really drying the sand out quickly. Definitely taking a toll on the sharp edges, which is a little unfortunate because I want the masculine side to look really jagged.
We're going to keep spraying our detail, and hopefully it'll hang around in this wind and sun.
So by welding it, the grains are mixing well together. That's my secret technique. So I would appreciate that it stays between you and me.
Attention, sculptors! We've officially reached low tide!
This is where I really gun it. We got a long way to go, son.
This is your yellow flag warning! 3 hours left!
Faster, faster, faster. Let's go.
Always comes too soon.
Abe and Sue.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, guys. Tell me about your sculpture today.
Instead of having a definite hero and a definite villain, we're carving a feminine figure here. Abe's working on the masculine. Together, they're combined into one.
Neither one of them is bad. One of the criteria is good versus evil. Have you considered that, and do you have a plan for that? That look says it all.
We have to make the best piece that we've done yet to stay in the game.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Down the beach, it's another risky move, as the highest, heaviest sculpture is about to put its superhero strength to the test.
I've got a lot of weight up top, and I'm a little concerned about it. Trying to get as light as possible. If you have a collapse here, you are basically done. There's a lot of elements against us today.
We never had a collapse.
Collapses are for the other teams. All right, keep your fingers crossed. No cracks, babe. All right, now we gotta do the arms.
Even the lowest sculpture on the beach is pushing the limits.
We want to make the effect like if the beast is thrown on the ground and breaking the ground. So I'm working on some pieces of concrete. One difficult thing about this challenge, we have to use our plot in a creative way. So we plan to do something as crazy as possible. With this timing, it's really difficult.
You guys are smart, aren't you? Because of the wind, I'm gonna bury my sand creature 6 feet down.
Yeah.
I kind of like that strategy. Obviously, this is the villain.
Yeah.
You got any story about the superhero over here?
Yeah, he's the kind of hero you wouldn't expect. He's just a little guy. You don't have to have superpowers to be a superhero. I mean, look at him. He's charging in on his tortoise.
That's a confident little dude.
There is the power. Sometimes it's nice just to make a little guy who believes in himself.
You know, just because you guys haven't won in a very long time, I still believe in you. Let's hope that you pull one out today, because, boys, you need it. The teams are into their final hour and must find a way to add detail that won't blow away.
I'm in the middle of a desert storm here. It takes away all my details.
It's so windy today. It's grueling, you know, mentally and physically.
Whew, that sand is just blowing.
Dealing with the wind is pretty tough. You really can't see what's going on. Losing concentration, that's when nerves start to take over and you start making really bad decisions.
Oh!
Okay, what do we got?
The face.
Oh, this is a mess.
That's all I needed.
What's going on over here?
I just lost the hit, son. I overcut, like always.
This is pretty bad. We're done.
As the wind blasts the teams in their final hour, the goal is to stay calm, sculpt smart, and not lose your head.
That's all I needed. The whole head just comes right off. Recover time. We have to do this. Let's put it together. Try to put back what I lost. But there are chances that it might not stick because of the angle that I'm in. All I need to do is get that bucket right off and let me do the rest. We both got our work cut out for us.
Guys, this blows.
It really is cranking, and this wind absolutely is not fun.
What are you seeing out there? Abe and Sue, they've taken the criteria, good versus evil, and kind of turned it on its head, but I'm sure they're going to surprise us with how they convey their heroes and villains.
Albert and Albert, the whole head popped off. Good recovery on getting the mask back there. Hopefully they'll have some time to do some detail work.
Dan and Joby's piece, they've got something really, really unusual. But what I'm really interested in is how they tie their clever use of plot to help set off their superheroes.
And then John and Laura, there's so much mass there.
They took one form and created two figures out of it. We don't want to see safe, we want to see exciting.
The tide is definitely being real choppy.
I think the wind is making it look really scary right now because the waves are way bigger. Oh, sprayed in the face. Awesome.
Always behind time here. Always.
Attention, sculptors!
Oh!
The tide is coming in hard and fast. This is your red flag warning. You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers.
Red flag, babe.
It's already time?
Feels like it's always coming quicker every challenge.
Time is not in our side, but we're pushing it.
Our plot finish is going to be a little bit rough.
All right, time to give up on the hand.
Sculptors! The tide's in! Time's up! Woo!
The other sculptors, they did 2 separate figures where we did 2 figures in one form. So I'm very curious to see how they will judge it. I don't know. We could go home today.
Whatever we did out there, we gave it everything we had. Going into eliminations is left up to the judges.
We managed to finish it. Yeah. We pushed some boundaries. We did a lot of work. But we'll see if the judges see that. I think this is the closest we've ever come to finishing.
We deviated from the good versus evil, but I think at the same time, it just kind of makes sense for us. It's possible our choice could come back and bite us in the ass, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't.
It's now up to the judges to decide which team did a super job. They'll be looking for characterization, good versus evil dynamic, and creative use of plot.
So, superhero face-off, Abe and Sue.
On this piece in particular, I think they really thought outside the box. The male aspect and the female aspect. He's rugged, hard, sharp edges, and she's just smooth and soft and flowing. And how they tied that base in together is just wonderful.
One of the criteria is good versus evil. Neither one of them is bad.
There's clearly like a tension here. It's like a perfect storm colliding together. You know, you have this smooth action with this sharp, jaggedy edged thing, but it works so well together.
It's a clear reflection of how they are as a team, who they are as people.
It's harmonious tension, it feels like.
That's a good word
Thank
for
you.
it.
John and Laura, this is big,
Oh, man.
powerful, strong, like their love.
You know, one of the criteria is creative use of the plot, and they absolutely killed it with that. I mean, this thing is huge, hundreds of pounds, you know, just in the head. I like how they use the logo work in a three-dimensional aspect with the wrecker.
Yes.
It bumps it up.
Very superhero-ish. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They took one form and created two figures out of it.
It's risky.
Would have liked to have seen just a bit more character in the faces to convey the good versus evil concept.
Albert Jr., Albert Sr., a lot of humor, a lot of sweetness in this piece.
Here's your everyman guy, and he's taken on the Fire Knight. The look of disdain on his face is just fantastic. It just cracks me up.
But they didn't do anything with the base.
Yeah.
There's no creative use there.
I think they ran out of time.
And the fact that they survived that head falling off, I'm just amazed.
So you mean they lost their head, but they didn't lose their cool?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dan and Joe B, when you talk about using the plot and good versus evil,
This is a really obvious superhero versus supervillain story. They nailed it,
Most of the work was done on the ground and down into the ground.
which is hard to do.
And I really like the movement and what they did with the supervillain getting pushed down into the concrete and it's breaking up.
Very clever use of your plot to set off your heroes and villains. I love the fact, too, that it's just a little guy and he's sitting on a turtle. But anybody can be a hero. You don't have to be big, you don't have to be fast to deal with this guy and put him in his place.
well, once again, of course, the greatest villain out of all these pieces is that tide.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Artists, today you were asked to create a superhero, supervillain face-off scene, and you all did a super job. But there was one team who was absolutely invincible. Today's sand champs are Dan and Joby.
Dan and Joby's piece fit the criteria 100% on all three categories. The use of plot literally dictated what was happening in their piece. It was incredibly clever and incredibly impactful, very dynamic.
You knew the story behind the characters. You knew who was good and evil. I mean, that supervillain getting blasted into the concrete and the effect with the concrete pieces breaking up, it read so well.
Dan and Joby haven't had a win since Challenge 4, but today they brought it home.
Everybody kept needling us with, you haven't won in a while, you haven't won in a while, but we kept coming back, and this time we pulled it out. Just lets us know that we are doing what the judges are looking for.
It's super nice.
Congratulations. You're one step closer to the final. But for one of you, the tide has turned. Albert Sr., Albert Jr., I'm sorry. Please pack your tools and leave the beach.
We're going to Texas.
This is a very incredible journey, and I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to share it with my son.
A lot of ups, a lot of downs, you know, just like life, and this has been a great experience.
I'm so proud of you, son. It's been a great experience.
I'm proud of you too, Father.
Congratulations, you've all learned another day at the beach to race against the tide. Next time, we want you to create an optical illusion.
Got a really cool piece planned.
We're so close to the finale. We just have to get through one more.
If anybody can do it, these three teams can pull it off.
If you really want to see the second image, you're gonna have to stand on your head.
Wow, that's awesome.
Here in New Brunswick on the edge of the North Atlantic, the world's most extreme tide calls the shots and has tested the world's best sand sculpting teams over and over again.
You gotta float to the top in this contest.
Last time, Dan and Joby's superhero, supervillain face-off scene
The beast is thrown on the ground.
Scored the Technical Masters their 4th win.
We haven't won in a while, but we kept coming back.
Now, emotional carving experts, John and Laura.
A big moment is when you're carving a face and it starts looking back at you. It's time to bring out those big guns now.
And creative aces, Abe and Sue.
Our plan today is rather insane. We're going big.
We're not going to let fear control our creativity.
You can't play it safe anymore.
Are racing to balance the scales. Only one team will take home the grand prize of $10,000 and the glory of winning the toughest sand sculpting competition on the planet. I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Top 3. How are we feeling today?
Good.
Yeah, great.
Sand, water, the cornerstones of sand sculpture. But sometimes there's more than meets the eye. Today, we want you to create an optical illusion. One fluid structure that can be seen 2 different ways. Now, you'll notice your wood forms are not put together. It is your job to reconfigure them as you see fit. Only 2 teams will make it through to the final, so pull out your bag of tricks. Are you guys ready to race against the tide?
Yeah, come on.
Go!
2 5s, 2 4s. There's your box right there.
We should think outside of the box.
Maybe a coffin shape.
A coffin shape?
To bury ourselves in.
We want to really have a grand illusion. So more forms, more pound up, less carving time.
We're just ready, aren't we?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
We want to build some kind of wall.
We're going to have a fish in kind of an abstract form and then 2 smaller panels in front of it so that from the right viewpoint and hopefully brings it to life. It's big from here on out. No room for mistakes.
The judging criteria for today's challenge is a successful illusion, clever design, and technical difficulty. Karen and Bruce, optical illusion. This is a tough challenge.
I've done about over 130 master's level contests in my career, and I've never, ever done an optical illusion. It is an incredibly tough challenge.
You need different angles to really make illusions happen and really see that crazy magic trick.
It's really interesting because each one of them might be a different approach.
At this stage of the game, we've got to see technical difficulty. I mean, it can't be too simplistic.
The really cool thing today is they can configure their forms any way they want. They don't have to have just a square. They might be long and skinny. It might be a trapezoid.
Who knows what they're going to do?
Splash, splash, splash.
Today we're going with a funny shape. We've never created an optical illusion before. Whew.
Hopefully we can step up to the plate and just hit a home run the first time.
We're so close to the finale. We just have to get through one more.
You can't play it safe. Today we're creating a beautiful woman, and then when you flip it over, you get to see her dark side.
You see
the beast.
The beast.
I've done several pieces using this same shape.
Which is kind of what they're doing. Hey, Dan! Joby! Why are you copying us?
You're copying us. You're behind us. Ha! Bam!
Dan and Joby have just been consistently pretty much at the top of the field.
I wouldn't worry about it. You're doing great.
Actually, you're right. Your form is way smaller than ours.
What do you say? We're way smarter than you?
It's time to bring our A game.
You're so slow, you won't be able to do what we do.
Hold on, Sam, for a second. We're allowed to construct our own forms and sizes, and the other 2 teams are taking full advantage of that. We decided to keep ours nice and square and strong. Got a really cool piece planned. We're going to do a cocoon and a butterfly, and then around back will be the caterpillar.
We call this piece Metamorphosis.
I just did an optical illusion this year at the American Championships, and was lucky enough to win it for 3 years in a row now. I've been in every contest around the world carving sand.
We met on the beach, we married on the beach.
I taught her everything in sand, but she taught me everything else.
We still have a lot to show, to prove.
We need to get to that final, babe. Come on.
Who do you think of the teams is best suited for this challenge?
I've seen John and Laura pull off illusions before. They're so talented, but they're up against some tough teams here, so.
Sue and Abe?
I think they're gonna knock our socks off with incredible stuff that goes on in their heads.
Yeah.
And same for Dan and Joby.
They show their technical ability. Definitely the clean lines.
We are dealing with 3 of the best in the world. All of them have the chops to pull off an incredible sculpture today.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
We want to establish a viewpoint. Just, yeah, it's a little like off center, yeah. We have to be precise because every image on the front pieces has to line up with the back pieces.
If we don't do it properly, we're going home.
Any contest, we're always competitive, but this one is something else. I've been sand sculpting for about 29 years. I just love the feel of it, creating things.
We work internationally, and you have this pressure of being on top.
This challenge, the intensity is just ratcheted up so much because if you make it through this one, you're in the finals.
Dan and Joby. Hi, guys. So you got to build your own forms today instead of just sticking with what, yes. I see the look on your face, Dan.
I think what excites me about this one is that we get to work with a pound-up that has a broader scale. That's our focal point.
We have to look at certain point of view. It's time-consuming to start, draw some lines, and go to the point, no, a little bit lower, always going back and forth.
You're coming off a win. Have you got the fire in you?
What's on both sides of us is inspiring us to have the fire.
All right, guys, a little bit more. I thought we were going faster, but I'm going slow.
Ooh, this one's gonna be tricky.
The stakes are really high today.
I think we really feed off of each other's energy. We both have a lot of experience under our belts. We just understand the texture of sand. We're drawn to it.
Kind of like in the worst place possible for where the water is.
Abe and Sue, you're going big with the forms, but I hear nails and carving going on behind me and the other teams.
We always feel behind, though, so maybe that's our comfort zone.
Well, you are in the top 3.
Some heavy hitters we're up against.
And you're a heavy hitter, so...
We're gonna go for some low blows, I think, see if we can take them down.
You know, the bigger you are, the more surface area you got to carve. Why waste time getting big when you go right to the point to what the judges are looking for and do the illusion?
With this piece, measurements are essential.
Critical.
We have to measure every single inch of the sculpture. Otherwise, the whole picture is going to be...
Wonky.
How are you going to make an optical illusion using just sand and water?
We're going to use angles, 45-degree angles, so you see it one view one way, and then you come around and you see another view the other way.
Very cool.
I think it's going to be a really nice, nice sculpture.
You guys are in the top 3. How does it feel?
Feels great. It feels great to be here. We got talented teams here. It's good to be with them.
Good feel.
2 hours into the competition, and one team still can't decide on the best angle to see their illusion.
No, I'm good. Actually, I just want to change this.
In this challenge, you work on it, step back.
We have to make sure we establish one viewpoint so we know that that's where we're looking from, making sure all the lines line up.
Sorry, a little bit more.
We continue the line off.
Then we have to be lower.
The sooner that we can get things established, the sooner we can start carving.
Can we just stand up here?
We got to get moving.
Our final 3 sand sculpting teams are well into their epic challenge.
This is the most important side. This is the illusion side.
The line is there.
Yeah.
But this wall is way too low.
Too low?
We're down to the final 3, and the field is really tight.
I think we're taking a risk, making a big, long sculpture, but...
You've got to do everything you can to make it to the next round.
It's very difficult to pull off an optical illusion.
They have to take the time and stand back and make sure that their optical illusion is working and then get back in and carve it again. That's really hard to break your concentration and go around.
Back and forth, back and forth.
They were able to use whatever configuration of forms this time. I really like the fact that all 3 teams are taking a completely different approach to the optical illusion. They have some really neat technical aspect going on right now.
The key to getting the illusion to work successfully is to have it work from one particular point. What I'm trying to do is sketch out the basic shape of the pattern that is going on this pile so that we can match up some of the lines on the front parts.
Sue over here is working on the beautiful woman, and then her hair is flowing into the beast.
It's really hard to get all these shadows to read in the face. This is a ceramics tool, and it has teeth on it, so I can run it along the surface of the sand and leave a nice texture.
6-inch centers. So I'm going to use a string, 90-degree cuts to make the illusion of the butterfly and the cocoon. A string makes a perfect line, as long as it's tight. It's called a washboard effect. This is the time to bring out the big guns. I mean, we need to get to that final. I want a nice straight line here. We're on schedule for a change, I think.
I don't know. Don't say that.
The Italians are very superstitious people.
I'm not superstitious. I am practical.
John, Laura?
Hey, Bruce.
This pops so much with how smooth and accurate the edge work is. John, I can't help but notice the groundwork that you've already started here.
Yeah.
It's the spiral effect.
We're going to do a thing just to make you guys dizzy while you're looking at this.
Little hypnosis there, maybe?
Yeah, we're going to get you wobbling a little bit.
Finish up, finish strong.
Yes, sir.
Attention, sculptors! Ah! This is your yellow flag warning!
You know,
Son of a...
Nah! Faster, go faster.
Time is always an issue, but I have confidence.
there's one line that I might have to correct.
What is going on here? I see you running back and forth to this post back here like you're a surveyor working on the highways.
Yeah, we're trying to get things that line up perfectly, that are in different planes, and then just keep double checking.
I'm gonna see how you're doing. It looks like Dan's doing all the hard work back here, lining everything up.
I'm just playing in the shadow.
When you guys heard that this was the Optical Illusion Challenge, was that exciting or did it scare you?
There was an opportunity to try something interesting.
But you like a challenge.
Apparently, we've been here for a few.
Yeah.
Abe and Sue. It's the challenge before the finale. How are you feeling?
Right now, we're just focused, heads down, finishing this piece and doing the best we can.
The hair morphs into the beast, and we're gonna keep going down further and further. Yeah, I still have to do a lot.
Our third illusion is going to be the illusion of being finished.
So whose idea was this sculpture?
The sculpture, this one was my idea.
Where do you want the judges to stand to see the full illusion?
If you really want to see the second image, you're going to have to stand on your head.
Seriously.
Absolutely. This is what we expect from our judges.
As the tide rushes the shore, the final three teams must strategize how to spend their last hour of carving.
I'm working on the back part of the optical illusion, but making sure that where we see it from the front, it has to look like a fish.
The stakes are really high today. We've really got to pack everything into every minute of carving that we've got. Yeah.
This is the very critical time.
This is very important to get the butterfly right. We've been through a lot of challenges here. We're bringing this one home, right, babe?
Can you see it now, Sue? Can you see
Your
it?
proportions are a little off.
Okay, we'll have to work on that.
It's a little bit off, but he's supposed to be ugly, right?
Exactly.
The thing about this challenge is that every detail has to be perfect, because if something's off, you lose that optical illusion. John and Laura, I mean, gosh, they've got angles all over the place. So you can see different things. Really thought that piece out. Technically, amazing.
Dan and Joby's piece has 3 separate large pound-ups.
The detail work really is upper level. Abe and Sue, just how clever they are with that optical illusion. I know I'm gonna have to maybe stand on my head, or we're gonna have to stand on our head.
I volunteer Bruce. Hey!
No, I'll be the clothesline. You can hang from my arms.
Attention, sculptors!
Already?
This is your red flag warning! You have 10 minutes until the tide hits the markers!
No.
I think what I'm doing on the backside here is not going to look great.
We got about like 3 minutes. We got to get done.
I want to finish out the ground. I think it's very important in the judge's eye to see the ground finished. Get that water out here, please.
Oh, shoot, like almost there.
Tide's in! Time's up! Put your tools down!
Time's up. I'm very proud of what we did today. I'm very proud of our teamwork.
Good job, Dan.
Good job, brother. I think our piece is good. If we had to end on this one, it wouldn't be so bad, but it wouldn't be as nice as staying.
What a day.
It'd be really nice to make it in the final and just be able to do one more piece out here on the beach. We've got no idea how the judges are going to pick.
I didn't finish raking.
Finito. I hope the judges see that we followed the criteria to the T. Be nice to be in the top 2. It's about doing your best. And we did our best.
Yeah, we did today.
It's now up to the judges to decide which team has the best successful illusion, clever design, and technical difficulty. Wow, guys, I am so excited about optical illusions, Laura and John.
You actually have to start at the back, and you see this beautiful caterpillar, and then you walk to the side, and you see the chrysalis. So the caterpillar is now metamorphosized, and then you walk around this side, and you see the most delicate, beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, they nailed it. I really like how the optical illusion transitions, technically speaking, high marks, especially with this vertical lines that they have in there, and that's how they hid that optical illusion in there.
I would have liked to seen a better finish on the groundwork. I'm not sure it complements the rest of the sculpture because it's so rough.
I agree.
But this is a gorgeous piece.
Come on, Dan and Joby, blowing our minds.
Wow. Oh my God. It lines up perfectly. It's the most funky looking fish I've ever seen.
That's a little magic happening right there. I always thought Joby looks like a wizard, but I didn't know he actually was one.
The jury's still out on that one.
Just to get the 3 pound-ups down, tremendous mass and just an effort. And then to carve each one, separate sculptures all together.
The technical difficulty on this one is off the charts. They pushed it really, really hard. The only thing I would have liked to have seen different is maybe some focal point on the back. But we're just being really picky.
Yeah. Abe and Sue.
Oh, amazing piece. First thing you see is this incredibly beautiful woman with what you think is flowing hair, but then very quickly it morphs and you realize that there's this monstrous head, but it's just upside down.
All right, here we go, legs up.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's really, really technically difficult to do.
Like, how do you stand upright and sculpt an upside-down head?
He's just that good.
Well, or he's that swapped around in his brain.
Yeah.
And this is so Sue right here. She does that type of texturing and the big figures so well. The back, I like it, but it would just kind of look like an afterthought to me.
Well, I know one thing that's not an illusion. This tide. Look at this water, it's coming in so fast! Nine challenges got us here, and you are the top of the top. Today, you were asked to create an optical illusion, one fluid sculpture that can be seen 2 different ways. And you all really messed with our minds. But there was one team who were truly masters of deception. Today's sand champs are Abe and Sue. Congratulations!
Good job.
Abe and Sue are a very cheeky team. They're always going that extra mile to try to make us think a little harder, and in this case, be very interactive with their sculpture.
This is absolutely the first time I've had to stand on my head to do some judging. I mean, that was a first, for sure. It just flowed together, it blended together, it was just magic.
Abe and Sue's creative design on this was just out of this world.
You are now in the final.
Going to Vegas, baby.
Well, no, I think you're coming back here.
What?
Going to the finals.
I'm super happy because I think this was our best piece yet, so it's really nice to get that confirmation from the judges.
For one of you, the tide has turned. John and Laura,
I told
you guys should be so proud. But time to pack up your tools and leave the beach.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. See you, my man.
See you, brother.
Good job.
See you.
We gave it our best shot, and just wasn't good enough with the judges today. Maybe tomorrow we would have went a different way, but today it wasn't in the cards. I've been to many competitions around the world for sand, and this competition is tough. I mean, really tough.
But it was worth it.
That means Dan and Joby, you're also going to the final.
Dan and Joby and Abe and Sue being in the final, I mean, that's pretty much the dream teams going head to head.
These are the best in the world. I guarantee you they still have some tricks up their sleeves. I can't wait to see what these artists do.
Congratulations. Are you guys ready to race against the tide one last time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Yeah! For your final challenge, it's artist choice.
Today's the day to be champions.
We're going huge.
Huge! You have the best of the best here.
Expect great things from them.
Hey guys, you need help? Looks like it.
Feels impossible right now. It would be delightful to beat them.
This season on Race Against the Tide, 10 world-class sand sculpting teams travel to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick to compete in the ultimate beach showdown.
Here we go!
Woo!
Each challenge more extreme than the next.
If you don't step up, you're going home quick.
But one by one,
Ian Sevely.
their dreams of making it to the final
Just wasn't good enough with the judges.
all came crashing down. Now, 2 teams remain, Dan and Joby, masters of technique and precision,
Winning means that we rose to the challenge. No room for mistakes.
and Abe and Sue, a pair of creative risk takers.
One of our biggest assets is perseverance.
I want to show everyone what we've got.
But only one team will be crowned Race Against the Tide champions, take home the Golden Beach Bucket and the grand prize of $10,000. I'm Sean Majumder. Watch as we race against the tide. Abe and Sue, Dan and Joby, you have proven your ability to meet every challenge we can throw at you. Now it's time for you to show us what you got left in the tank. So, for your final challenge, it's artist choice.
Artist choice.
But we're not gonna make it that easy for you.
Of course not.
Along with the beautiful scenery and warm, friendly people, there's one thing New Brunswick is known for: lobster.
Lobster.
So we're gonna kick things off with a little quick carve challenge. One member from each team will have 20 minutes to carve a creative-looking lobster. And the winning team earns a 20-minute head start in today's challenge.
What? Abe, you can do this. You've got this.
Quick carves can be tough. I'm thinking one thing. Not me.
In a quick carve, there's no time to plan or design a concept. The teams will only be judged on creative interpretation.
So we do these quick carves a lot on the circuit.
You're carving so fast, sometimes you don't know what you're carving.
This is to really get that one leg up on the other team to start this final competition. Now that's serious.
In a 6-hour competition, 20 minutes is already a decent percentage of your time. It's the least rough one that wins.
Artists ready? Go!
Go, Abe! Go!
We've been asked to do a creative lobster, so I'm gonna do a lobster creating a sandcastle.
I'm just trying to find the lobster. During a quick carve, we really have no time to think. I like scales and exoskeleton, stuff like that, so yeah, let's give it a try.
If I was doing a quick carve competition, I'd be doing lobsters in a bucket so I could carve many lobsters without having to do half their body.
I think I would go a little more simple, maybe a lobster roll, something like that.
Got 5 minutes, guys.
Don't feel so good right now.
2 minutes! Woo! Woo! Go, Abe, go!
Joby, come on.
Here ends the competition.
I'm not done, but the time is up. It's not looking pretty.
I step back. Ooh, what is that?
Got no idea what the judges are gonna see in this.
A lobster carving a castle.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's got a margin trowel and a pointed trowel. Very clever. Well, you need both of those to make a castle, right?
He's like all over it. He's owning that thing.
Oh, man. We've got Lobstersaurus here.
That is jumbo.
Very creative as well.
I like how he did the eyes. I mean, they really were like projected out there, like he was coming out of there, kind of almost too Abe, like I'm gonna come, snap you. They both made these lobsters, but one had this whimsical aspect to it.
What we decide is going to give one team a 20-minute advantage, and that can make or break.
The winner of today's Quick Carve Challenge is Abe and Sue.
You're really a rock star.
Well, you're gonna be doing the rest of the carving today.
Abe and Sue, your time starts now.
Woo!
All right, this is gonna be quite long. It's artist's choice, which means we can do anything. Forms are not put together. This gives us a lot more options in terms of our design. You can't play it safe.
Bring it down this way.
Today we're building a very ambitious piece.
We're going huge. It's huge. Huge!
huge.
We've got two thin, big compactions we're doing. It's a bit risky.
We're here to win.
Our piece today kind of represents our journey through this competition. So we've got two faces on the sides with thought bubbles coming out, and they converge into one good thought.
20 minutes gives us an advantage because it's a really short competition. So it kind of sucks for them.
It's a little bit tough seeing them starting.
After 9 challenges, I think we've learned that we can easily make up 20 minutes.
Dan and Joby are incredible sand sculptors. They are at the top of their game.
They're just really good at planning and executing.
How do you guys feel seeing us having a comfortable break?
It's breaking my heart.
The heartbreak is yet to come, my friend.
It would be delightful to beat them.
Karen, Bruce, this is it. We're in the final.
Man.
You have the best of the best here.
Expect great things from them.
There's so much on the line today. They have no constraints. They don't have any reins pulling them in. They can do whatever they want. So I think that's both exhilarating and maybe a little frightening, because then they have to think about, well, okay, how much can we do? Each of the 4 sculptors has something that is their signature strong point.
Abe and Sue, they love to do figures and faces and things that really bounce off one another.
Dan and Joby, what can you expect from them?
Something technically incredible.
Abe and Sue came out on top with the quick carve challenge. They won the last challenge, so they've got all kinds of momentum going in. How does that affect Dan and Joby psychologically?
Oh, that's just going to fire them up even more. They're just going to take that and run with it.
There is on the beach, of course, tension. It's the final challenge.
It's a short competition, so every minute counts.
Guys, you're sitting here watching them. Well, I got some news for you. You're free to go.
Let's do it. We'll work as quickly and efficiently as we can. When I'm in a competition, I want to win. We've been doing really well with the compaction. So far, we've moved quickly and not had any big structural issues. Today we're creating a piece with really high technical difficulty. An actual clock with gears. It has 2 different sides. One focuses on time, and the other side is focused on the moon.
Today's the day to be race against the Tide champions.
I'm gonna fight to the last drop of Abe's blood. And that's a promise.
The judging criteria for today's final challenge is originality, technical difficulty, and wow factor. Because the artists have so much freedom today, how are you going to judge this?
We're going back to the basics. We want wow factor, technical difficulty.
I want to see originality. Really bring something that is just them, but it's new.
So we're really going to look into the minds of these artists.
Yes, we will.
During this 6-hour battle, a flag system will warn the teams of how close the tide is to shore. Yellow flag means the tide is at its farthest point, and red flag means the tide is surging dangerously close to the markers, which will end the competition.
It's feeling good.
Dan and Joby are once again quicker and smarter than us. We had a 20-minute head start, and they're done with their compaction. We're not even close to halfway done.
That's good news. So we can open it and start carving.
And make good decisions.
Compaction looks great.
We work well together. We got a good team. With the way both of us carve, we can achieve more technicality, more precision.
Joby, Dan, it's the final, you made it. But we threw a wrench in the spokes there on you with the speed sculpting.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first challenge you guys haven't had a specific theme. How are you feeling about that?
At the beginning, we were a little bit lost. It's actually nice sometimes to have a starting point.
We just keep having this thing of the tide and the moon and everything on our mind, so we threw that out first, and we just started adding ideas on. This is the last challenge, so we'll put it all out today, and that's it.
2 hours into the competition, and only one team will win it all.
Taking off forms, you do just wonder, if there's some surprises.
Or totally lose it.
Our compaction is going much too slow.
I think this is maybe the most behind we've ever been. Feels impossible right now.
Hey guys, you need help? Looks like it.
Running around like a chicken with its head cut off right now.
Oh, sorry. What kind of
Hey, what are you doing, Abe?
We're still compacting. I don't know what you guys are doing, wasting all that time carving.
It's not all about size, Abe.
We're moving fast in this epic finale of our sand sculpting beach battle. 2 incredible teams remain, but only one will take home the title of Race Against the Tide champion.
Taking the first form off. Still got a lot to go.
Try to figure out where this moon would be situated.
We're at 4 wins. It would be great to add a 5th.
Bruce, it is so so intense on the beach today.
Yeah, this is the finals. I mean, they have to perform, they have to execute. It's for all the marbles. The artists today don't have a theme, so they get to do whatever they want.
Abe and Sue's piece is absolutely massive. They take risks.
And you just don't do that size in the short time that they had. Are they going to have time to finish? For us as judges, we don't want to see just some big, long, smooth, shoveled pile of sand. We want to see that detail.
Dan and Joby, throughout these challenges, have been very, very smart about the choices they make in their design.
It's just so technical. They're just machines. Good contrast between the two teams.
There's so much on the line today. This is for all the money. They both know that either one of them can take it. One false move, one little crack, and the other team could win.
Whoa. Hey, Dan. Holy shit. We have a collapse. There's a kind of a dish-out crack. Something from below must have lost structure. I'm just hoping that this one doesn't go. We've had a few small little setbacks, so we're trying to make up for those. We like to win, so we got to get moving. You know, it doesn't look like it's influencing anything else, so as long as it's stable, we'll work with that. Just alter the design to fit the situation. Never say die.
Let's pull that one away.
Sue, how you doing right now?
To be honest, I'm a little stressed out. We're really far behind.
You guys had a 20-minute advantage in this competition this morning.
Well, it puts us 20 minutes ahead of where we would have been, but it still leaves us well behind Dan and Joby.
And massive.
It's huge. It's way
so
too big. I don't know why we're so stupid. We just keep doing huge sculptures. We just like taking risks, I guess. Well, today it's go big or go home.
Probably ends in disaster.
Attention, sculptors!
Oh my God.
This is your yellow flag warning!
Go, 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 go!
It's your final 3 hours! Yellow flag warning!
We're already in panic mode. It's gonna be a real struggle to get finished by the time the tide comes in. I'm trying to find my center here. I'm working right now on a really technical part of our sculpture. I'm doing gears. I got a string and a nail for doing perfect circles. I have to be really in control. What's difficult about technical carving is that everything has to be really precise. I have to calculate everything. I'm a little bit concerned about timing, the tide coming, everything, but...
Where are you guys at?
We pulled our base form. We had a back corner here that caused a slide of a big chunk, but it wasn't anything we couldn't recover from.
Tell me a bit about what you're putting into this piece today.
It's a really technical job I have to do here. I can't rough it. There's no big shapes and everything has to be precise. Yeah, it's so long to do this stuff.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, the mood is a little different today.
It's win or lose, and we started off with a deficit, so we got to show at the very least that we can come back.
McGrew, I want you drawing that face up front. Back, we'll do after.
Abe is super serious today. He's really focused right now.
Once I'm done with these circles, I'm going to move over to the middle centerpiece.
Could always use a lot more time, but... And the sun is right in the middle of it all.
Not sure if we'll get it all in there and carved well enough to impress the judges.
Can you move over to the side?
Okay.
Tide and the time are always pressing with every challenge, but this is the final, so there's more pressure. It's you either win or lose.
The final 2 teams are in their final hour of sculpting. Only one will be crowned Race Against the Tide champions.
We're going to put in 2 little figures that just help accentuate what's going on either side. Just kind of staring at the clock, watching time.
Sue?
Yes?
Can I get you guys to come and make some similar lines over here that you did in the waves over there?
Ambitious much?
It's a sculpture that represents the journey that Abe and I have been on during this entire competition.
Wow, so you guys are getting really personal.
I've never been in a competition quite like this. The intensity and the quickness of carving has just been insane.
What will taking home the gold today mean to you guys?
Being the Race Against Tide champs, it's pretty good. Beating Dan and Joby, priceless.
It still feels neck and neck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We still have no idea how this is going to end.
Abe and Sue have gone way bigger than we've ever seen them go. Is that a huge risk?
Massive risk. You can go as big as you want, but if it doesn't read or if you don't finish it, you're not going to win this competition.
Right.
Yeah.
and Dan and Joe B?
Well, not only did they have the 20-minute delay, they also had a little bit of a collapse. They had a slide. They are incredibly focused. They're still super competitive.
It really is the best of the best of the best going head-to-head.
I cannot wait to see how this thing ends.
Just getting a nice flat surface so that we can play with maybe some texture, and it's getting this water that's coming out from the moon.
Do you have that texture tool? Oh, yep, got it.
Pretty exhausted. It's be nice for it to be over, but at the same time, it'd also be nice to have a little bit more time to try and finish this piece.
Attention, finalists! It breaks my heart to do this, but this is your red flag warning!
Go, 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 go.
It's time to give everything we have right now.
Get the details in, make it look perfect.
I need a moment, I know.
Tide's in, time's up! Well done, guys.
Gotcha. I think we did something big. It's in the judges' hands at this point.
I would love to win. I would honestly love to win.
Good job, Dan.
Good job. We really left everything out on the beach. We did our best work. We would really like to win the race against the tide.
It's up to the judges.
Tide! It's the tide!
It really doesn't feel so mean after all. It's kind of nice.
Very nice and calm.
It's now up to the judges to decide which team scores top marks for originality, technical difficulty, and wow factor.
Bruce and Karen, Dan and Joe B's piece. I'm speechless, really.
As are we.
They killed it. I mean, they put their hearts, their souls, their minds into this sculpture. The detail, the depth of it.
You realize it's about the characters themselves looking and their perspective on what time is, the tide and the moon. It's a beautiful message, exquisitely done.
Yeah, this is the most poetic I've seen Dan and Joe B.
Kind of exposes who they are quite a bit, which is exactly what we wanted to see.
Right.
The gears, they look like they're just hanging off of there. Technically speaking, that's incredibly hard to do.
And then you have these wonderful cut-throughs. You can see the light popping through there, so you'll see all different angles there. I really like that.
And sharp, sharp focus.
This is an original piece. You're not going to see anything like this. It really is just that powerful. I love it.
So guys, can we like cover it in shellac, cut it off on the bottom, put it on a truck and take it home? I can't let this thing go away to the ocean. This is too brilliant.
It's a little bit heavy, Sean.
Abe and Sue, I'm surprised there's any sand left on the beach.
It is incredible.
This sculpture is 25 feet long.
And it's almost 6 feet tall in 2 places. The technical difficulty is absurd on this piece. Just the mass.
That was a huge risk.
I mean, all the cut-throughs, they've lightened that tops of each piece so much that it's easy to just collapse and fall off.
The centerpiece alone is a technical marvel because they've got this arch cut-through. That's a bit of a risk right there. But then they added 2 characters on top with more cut-throughs for their arms. And the symmetry on this piece takes my breath away.
Wow factor is just off the chart.
Off the charts, yeah. You can clearly see the relationship in this sculpture between Abe and Sue. The emotion and the relationship is abundantly clear. They're 2 like-minded heads. The respect and love that they have for each other is swirling in the middle and coming together to make the 2 of them watching the sunset over the Bay of Fundy.
Well, guys, here it is. You've got Abe, you got Sue, you got Dan, Joby, all champs, but you have to make a decision. So, as the sun is going down, the tide is coming up, I'm gonna leave it to you.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I guess we gotta do it.
This is it, the top 2. Today, you were given free rein to create an epic sculpture of your own choosing, and I must say, you did not disappoint. But only one team gets the glory. Only one team gets to take home the coveted Golden Beach bucket and $10,000. Only one team can be crowned Race Against the Tide champions. And that team is... Abe and Sue. Congratulations.
It's a very surreal moment. I honestly thought we weren't gonna finish.
You did it somehow.
Somehow.
The world's first race against the tide champions.
This is a future sculpture idea right here. We worked hard all day long. We did the best carving that we could do within that time frame. This is a tough contest to do it in.
It was a very nice adventure doing Race Against the Tide. It was awesome.
All right, who brought the champagne?
Abe and Sue's sculpture had so much wow factor that it left me speechless.
It's just the impact when you walked up on it. We asked for originality. The faces were thinking, and the ideas were the cut-throughs that were floating off, and they just flowed down into this centerpiece that wrapped up together. Technically, I mean, it was just amazing.
It was 25 feet long.
Yeah.
They took a huge risk by doing that, and it paid off.